I am. What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Random Encounter Podcast. We are at episode 32. So excited about this. I'm your host, James. And as always, I'm joined by Mike,
Yo.
Phaneckswhy,
How's it going?
and Ash.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Sorry, I was laughing because I had to double check my mic because man, every time we start the podcast, there's always something wrong. I'm here checking out everything, make sure you guys are unmuted and everything. But yeah, we got quite a little bit of things to talk about today. Also, we're doing a little mini game here before Video Game 20 Questions, where I'm gonna be testing the knowledge of our panel here to see who knows more. So we'll see who will come out on top of this. But before we start getting into the podcast, I would like to thank all 171 subscribers on YouTube. I did forget to change the goal there, but we are so close. We're 9 more subscribers away from hitting our goal for March, and we're only in the first week of March, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, 9 more subscribers there. So as always, please, I ask everyone, each and every one of you, just share the channel with everybody. We do upload videos daily. I would like to apologize that I did not put up a Friday video because the video I was working on, I had no B-roll to put in. So I am recording that, and hopefully we'll have it done by Thursday. And so I was scheduling the video to be available tomorrow, but unfortunately there's a little bit of mix up there, so I won't have that video up there. But we will have a video for sure on Thursday and Friday at least, and maybe one more if I can. But yeah, let's just dive right in. Mike, what you been playing?
Harry Potter still. Like I've been playing that, and I just downloaded Assassin's Creed Unity on my Steam Deck.
Ooh, nice.
And
Have you tried
I bought it? So originally I bought the game when it first came out, and it was so buggy for me, and I hated the main character because he was just like a prissy dude, and I hate that. And so I never played it, but everyone says it gets better later on.
Yeah.
And you told me that too. So
Yeah.
it was on sale for like $6 or something, so I copped it. And I'm like, all right, now I'm gonna give it a real try.
Yeah, let me know how it runs on the Steam Deck because I'm actually interested in that. I would love to replay the game. I did buy it on Xbox. It was like $1 or something like that, and I bought it, but then I haven't played it since then. I would prefer to play it on my Steam Deck for sure.
I'll let you know probably later today because I'm probably gonna try it out after this.
Awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to know. Fan, what you been playing since you beat The Last of Us last week?
I actually played the DLC, so I finished the DLC on The Last of Us Left Behind, which I wasn't actually exactly sure what the DLC was going to be. Then I realized, it was episode 7 of the TV show.
Yeah. It was. Yep.
So I was like, oh, okay. And yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. So I finished that in one stream. I didn't think I would be able to finish it in one stream.
It's short.
Yeah. It was short. Yeah. But yeah, I added some perks to the game. I didn't know you could do that. Would have made my life a lot easier throughout the game. Because I guess you earn points when you do stuff throughout the game, and you can turn those points into like perks. And one of them was bullet time.
So cheats. So,
yeah. And that would have helped out because I am not good with aiming real quick when zombies are coming to attack you.
Yeah,
they are fast. So.
What about you, Ash?
Ever since I actually finished the rest of my coursework for all my classes, I've been actually trying to get back into Elden Ring to at least complete one of the endings and stuff. So I've just been playing Elden Ring. If anything,
you got it on PC or on
PC?
PC. I've been wanting to restart Elden Ring too. Like I think that might be my solo stream on Wednesday because I kind of want to, beat the game so I can be ready for the DLC on
That's a long commitment to a stream.
It is.
That's like 150 hours, like 200 hours.
Yeah, I probably won't do the whole game on stream, but when I'm on stream, do it. Because you're right. Because when when Tears of the Kingdom comes out, I'll be playing that. And Resident Evil 4, of course, I'll be playing that as well. So yeah.
That's soon, huh?
That's only 2 weeks, right?
3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As far as me, I finally beat Metroid Prime on stream. Amazing game. I did start Hi-Fi Rush and I do enjoy it. I would just prefer to play it on my Steam Deck, which means I would have to buy the game. So I'll probably wait for a sale for that. And then what else was I playing? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I play that like every now and then. And I was playing Uncharted Lost Legacy yesterday and today. And yeah, so like my biggest thing with Uncharted Lost
How you
Legacy,
playing that?
what's up?
That's how you playing that
Oh,
last night when I hopped
yeah.
on my Steam Deck. Like,
Yeah, and it pushes the Steam Deck hard. Like literally, if you try to play at medium settings, like native resolution, you're probably more than likely going to stay like at 25 FPS. Unfortunately, so you could do the FSR stuff. And if you do it through the game utilizes FSR 2.0, and it doesn't work as good. Like you can do it like on performance, and you're still gonna hit the 25 FPS at a low. It'll stay like around 30 FPS, but from you'll get little dips to 25. If you do ultra performance, you'll get between 30 to 40 FPS as a constant, but the game looks horrible in quality when you're doing that. So I was kind of like trying to figure out stuff because I had turned on like the system wide FSR and was playing around with that. And then I had the FSR 2.0. And what I realized is one would cancel out the other. So like nothing's really going to go on. But for whatever reason, I guess FSR 1.0 is just better overall on Steam Deck than FSR 2.0 through the software. So I shut off FSR and then basically what is this?
I got it.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm not signed in. I don't mind. We gotta do it.
Oh man, yeah. Hold on, I can do that.
Yeah, I forgot to sign in on Firefox. I'm sorry, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're good. I'll do it right now. Actually, I don't even know how to
delete.
There we go. That's gone. But yeah, like I was saying, so through FSR, basically if you're using FSR 1.0, it just works a lot better. I'm getting better battery life. The game looks better overall and everything, which is pretty crazy. Like you would think FSR 2.0 would be better, but apparently I guess FSR 1.0 is a little bit better. Overall, the only like negative is like when you're in water, it like doesn't know what to do with the water. So it's like it's like going crazy. But other than that, like it looks a lot better. It's performing a lot better. I'm getting closer to 40 FPS, which is nice. And yeah, I'll probably continue playing it. Yeah, between that and like I don't know, like I've been juggling around way too many games lately. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I've been playing so far this week. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into some of the smaller news. First news I want to go ahead and bring up was something that my brother just sent. He sent it to the Discord. He also texted it to me, and that is it's breaking news. Amazing news at that. Mike might not be happy because he's not a huge fighting game fan, but Bandai Namco has announced a brand new Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi game, and man, I'm excited about that. Like, I don't know if any of you guys play Budokai Tenkaichi, but great games.
I have, and I played all of them.
Yes,
I love it,
and they're amazing games. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 being the best, and it's just awesome. It was one of those first like open arena Dragon Ball Z games where like you have a giant arena to fight in. The combat was great. The setting was great. The character lineup was amazing because you literally had like every single character you can think of in there. Yeah,
everybody. You can think of anybody. Like when it came to DBZ or original Dragon Ball, they will be in the game.
It's exactly, amazing. And that's what I loved about that game is like no matter what character you were thinking of was in there, and I loved it. And so far, like graphically, if you guys look at the trailer, which I think my brother he posted it in the Discord. If you look at the trailer, graphically, it looks amazing. It looks even better than Dragon Ball FighterZ, in my opinion. Like the Goku they were utilizing, it looked like the artwork was closer to the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and I was digging that. I was like, man, like I like that. Yeah,
it did. It looked. It looked really freaking nice. Oh my god! Like I was drooling over that. And what made me even more like crazy is that Kenichi Yamamoto is gonna come back to do more music for the game. So I was like, what? Like I'm like in my head, I thought this guy got banned because people were accusing him of plagiarism and stuff. But like if if it hasn't been proved yet, and they're willing to take him back in to do more music for Dragon Ball games, then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so is he in the clear now? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Fan, did you take a look at it at all, or?
I did.
I like your
mean, I
shirt. I
I
just noticed it's a Yu
thanks.
Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I picked it up at Uniqlo.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I mean, I haven't played any of the Budokai Tenkaichi games, so
Mhm.
I don't have one opinion over the other since I've never played them. But I'd give it a shot. I'd try it.
I would, you can emulate Tenkaichi 3 because it was available on PS2, Wii. What else was it available on? And I don't think it was available on Xbox. So I think it was just PS2 and Wii.
Yeah.
I believe so. I believe it was just those two. I could be wrong on that, but yeah, they're great games. Like I said, they still hold up till today. Outside of like the graphics, of course, like gameplay wise, they're still pretty fun. And Mike, I know you're a Dragon Ball fan. Do you think you would get this or no?
I played a few of them, but it's just like one of those things. Like, I can't like sit by myself and play it. You know what I mean? If I'm
Yeah,
playing it because I'm like at someone's house, you know what I mean? Like, and they're playing it and stuff.
I gotcha.
It's not my cup of tea.
I gotcha.
Very, very like it's dope that they're dropping it, like, but I'm very like it's like whatever for me.
Yeah.
My day has not changed. Like, let's just leave it at that. Like,
I gotcha. I'm excited. I knew Ash would be excited because me and him kind of like the fighting games out there. Uh, and yeah, I'll definitely pick it up day one whenever it comes out because even though I still love like Dragon Ball Fighters and I still think Fighters would be the better game overall, I'm still excited. I mean, actually, I shouldn't say that because who knows? This might come out on top. Like, it's hard to beat Fighters, but it might come out on top because to this day, Fighters is one of my favorite fighting games ever made. But yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, when it comes to like small news, we're not gonna have that many small news today. I think most of the stuff is kind of bigger news altogether. I'm kind of skipping like the Atomic Heart. Has anybody here playing Atomic Heart at all?
it's on my to-do list,
Okay.
Yes,
but
I'm
I
gonna
heard it's very okay.
yeah, I'm gonna play it later on and stuff. It's just I've been watching some friends play it. The only gripe I have with it is like how the main character's not really he's trying to be funny, but he's not really
Yeah.
funny.
That's
Really
what I've
super
heard.
edgy for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's my only issue with it. That's
Yeah.
all it is. So.
Didn't nail
Yeah.
that right.
Yeah, I heard even like the atmosphere, like they try to nail it and they just miss by a lot. Like there's a lot of things they said that just doesn't make sense or it doesn't like go together. I've heard like very mixed reviews where like gameplay is pretty decent, but like the story wise, it's not good.
Trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like skipping. That's like, it might not be that great.
Hey, it's on Game Pass.
But along with more disappointing stuff, the Pokemon Presents. Did anybody watch that?
I did.
No.
I did as well, and man, was it a waste of time. Except for the ending. The ending, I was like, pretty decent about it. But basically, the Pokemon Presents.
I heard it's bad.
Yeah, they announced like Pokemon Sleep, which is just like why? Like I've seen articles where people are like, "Oh, this is cool," and I'm like,
"Oh, that's a day one for me, dude. What are you talking about,
They
bro?"
spent 15 minutes on that. I'm like,
I know.
With day 5, this will be a hitter. Like, what the heck?
I just don't get it. Like, what is the point of Pokemon Sleep? Like, I don't get it at all.
It's just like every other sleep app because they
Yeah.
have like sleep apps to monitor your sleep, but it just has a Pokemon theme to it.
Yeah, and
Like,
to me, it seems like it might be more annoying because like Pikachu will start like singing songs to you, and like that would wake me up. That would not put me to sleep.
That will scare me. Like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, it's my phone. Like, what the heck?
I think it's geared more towards like probably like kids.
I mean, I would have believed it if in the trailer they didn't show grown adults as the main target.
I mean,
like literally,
I don't know, man. That's a little much. If you're a grown adult and you're doing that, dude, like you need some help, man.
I
Go
need
see a
Pikachu to
therapist.
sing me a
Like,
lullaby, please. Like,
yeah.
now I already fall asleep to my Zelda piano music, so I'm good. I don't need Pikachu singing because I would probably get annoyed.
Yeah, that's better. You know what I mean?
Oh,
At
yeah.
least you can fall asleep to that, dude.
I'm pretty sure it's the Pokemon Sleep Direct, to be perfectly honest with you, because that's all. To me, when I watched it, that's all they talked about. I'm like,
Yeah.
is there anything any other substance. I think they were talking about this new Pokemon Masters thing where they were showing all the gym leaders, all the Elite Four characters that you get to
Yeah.
like use in this gotcha game or something like that. But
All
I'm
the
like,
champions. Yeah,
yeah,
there was a
champions, yes.
small section of all the champions from every
But
Pokemon game that you can get, but
I wasn't
mean,
pleased with it. I mean, I don't really, like I said, I don't really care too much about Pokemon. I was hoping to see something a little bit exciting from the direct.
They announced didn't they announce a show?
They did, but I don't think that was in the
yeah.
direct, was it? I don't believe.
It was,
I think so. Yeah.
It was in the direct, but it was like a Netflix clay animation show.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
that one. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's called Pokemon Resort.
Yeah.
I mean,
it looks dumb. I'm gonna say it doesn't look that great. But the highlight of the presents was the DLC, which is very interesting. And there's a main topic that we'll go into a little bit later that kind of covers this, but they did show off 2 DLCs. There's like a wave 1 or wave 2 or part 1, part 2. I forgot what the exact terminology they used. And they're 2 separate DLCs basically. Well, it's one DLC, but 2 different waves. And you'll go to 2 different areas. And I believe it's called the Mystery of Area Zero, I believe it's called. Let me find the exact name. I completely forgot the name. Had it in my head too earlier. But yeah, they announced that, and they didn't show any gameplay, which everybody here knows how I am. Where if you announce something, I want to see gameplay. I don't want to see. In this case, they showed just artwork and pictures and stuff like that. I don't want to see that. Like, I hate that. The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero is what it's called. And with it, they announced 2 new legendaries that are going to be there. You have, or I'm sorry, I lie. There's 4 new legendaries that they showed off. Let me see if I can find them. Oh, hold up. No, their website is actually showing more. I just went on their website and there's actually a bunch more Pokemon that they didn't show there. Which I don't get. Like, why didn't they show it on the direct? There's a dog-like Pokemon called Okidogi. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna share my screen here. I'm gonna share my screen so you guys can take a look at it at the same time as I'm looking at it here. Hold on one second. There we go. All right, you guys should be able to see it. And in this case, just to make sure.
Whoever, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just older, but I feel like whoever designs modern Pokemon isn't as good as like the old Pokemon.
I agree.
I don't want to pause. It says my stream is still running. Why?
I think like the first like 250 or 300 were awesome, and then it starts going downhill.
We've paused this preview. Can you guys see?
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure because it says your stream is still running. We paused. Oh no, it's because on my screen it's pausing the thing, so I can't show it off. That is dumb. Why can't I?
Anyway, you don't need to go through every Pokemon.
Yeah. So let me I gotta figure out a better way to do this. So hopefully I can go through it. So you got Okidogi, Munkidori, Feza, then whatever. It's a bird
These
type.
names.
Fez and Dippity. Yeah, Munkidori. And yeah, Okidogi. And then you have some familiar Pokemon that are going to be returning. If you have Scarlet, you get a certain set. Violet gets a certain set. And then where's the other ones? Of course, they don't show the legendaries. But yeah. Then you have the 2 legendary here. You have a masked Pokemon. I forgot what his name is. You have this turtle Pokemon, which I don't remember his name neither. And then they showed off like a newer version of like Suicune and a newer version of I forgot what the other Pokemon's name is. Let's find out. Let's see if they show it. No, anyways, I can't find it. I remember his name, but I know one of them was like Waking something. And I forgot what the other one is. I'll remember. I'll look for it later on and see. But yeah, like it's kind of interesting to see like everything they showed, and like as you guys know my thoughts on Scarlet and Violet. They're pretty good. The only thing that's really plaguing it is the performance side of things. The performance is not there at all. Unfortunately, it does chug, and and it's more optimization. It's not the Switch itself. it's definitely optimization because there's other games on the Switch that run so much better than this game. But that was really the highlights of the Pokemon Direct, and what everybody was hoping for didn't show up, right? You know, a lot of people were theorizing and hoping that they would announce, hey, coming later on to Nintendo Switch Online, you get red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, and fire red and leaf green. And they did not show that at all, uh, which is very disappointing. Do you guys still think those games would come to the Pokemon Direct or to Nintendo Switch Online?
The year is 2030. And they finally put it on Nintendo Switch Online. They still haven't dropped a Switch 2 yet either.
I would say no, because if anything, what they could do is they could sell a collection.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like
that'd be beautiful, to be honest.
They could just sell a collection, and then they'll have like features in the collection, like, hey, you can ×2 speed, so you're like moving quicker.
Yeah.
Because the game does run slow on in the older system, so having that will kind of alleviate for modern gameplay a little bit. Because that's what most people do when they emulate it. They run it at 2-3 times speed just because it makes it run faster.
I was about to say you could just emulate it if they don't want to give it to us. Just emulate it.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like most people will emulate, but like if Pokemon Company were going to re-release it, they're not going to put it on the Nintendo Switch Online. I think they would just sell it as a collection for the Switch. So like, hey,
I can see that.
You can buy a $50 game and get like 5 games, 6 games, whatever.
If anything, they would have done it by now, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah, the Switch's lives are almost over, and they still haven't brought those. So I don't see it happening.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they'll probably bring it to the Switch Online. If anything, they would sell it separately first before they did that.
I can see that. I don't, knowing the Pokemon Company, I doubt that they would do like a new a collection. Like they would probably sell them individually at like $20 each or something like that. Like that sounds more like what the Pokemon Company would do.
Well, not 20, because 3 of them will be 60, so it'll probably be like 30 a piece or something.
Yeah.
Like, OG Game Boy prices,
Yeah, exactly. Which is a shame, but like, I mean, I still hope that's the case, but I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see in the future of Nintendo Switch Online, see what happens there. But
if they do resell it, I would like them to combine some of the games in one, right? Like Red and Blue, just put it together, make it to where you have access to all of the Pokemon, not where like only some are available on Blue, some are only available on Red.
But then they wouldn't be able to make that extra money.
Yeah,
the dual packs. Yeah.
In a perfect world, but not in Game Freak's world.
Or more the Pokemon Company, yeah.
Pokemon Company. Well, Game Freak makes it too. Whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, disappointing overall. I mean, that was one of those things that it could have been an email, right? Like I don't know which more disappointing this. Well, this is probably more disappointing than the PlayStation State of Play. So
yeah, I agree with you on that one. I 100% agree. It's just the fact that they spent 15 minutes on Pokemon Sleep. I mean, come on. Jesus Christ.
They could have done something like, hey, Pokemon Stadium is coming or something like that to Nintendo Switch Online. Anything they could have done, because we know Pokemon Stadium is coming to Nintendo Switch Online. It's just when. I forgot to mention that Metroid Fusion is coming right away, like so soon.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so soon.
Are they gonna do the thing where you can get that suit in Metroid Prime though if you play Fusion?
I don't know. That would be cool. Awesome. Like,
I mean, it would make sense. Like, come on, Nintendo, please.
I wonder if they have that set up. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. Especially since they just released both of them again, so I feel like that would be super dope.
Speaking of Metroid Prime, do you guys remember? I remember there was something special that you get if you 100% Metroid Prime. Do you remember what it was?
No. Not at all.
No.
Honestly, I barely remember the game. It was 20 years. I haven't played it since the first time I played it.
Well, it's crazy because so when I beat it on stream, I completely thought the ending was something totally different. And then like when I'm going through this, like I do not remember this being the ending of this game. I'm wondering if I confused this with Metroid Prime 2's ending.
Probably because it's more recent.
Yeah, because I'm
So
like, because I could have sworn I was like, wait a minute, I thought everything blows up, and I thought I had to escape at the end, but I'm not. And you get like the I forgot what it was. I think it was like the plasma beam or something. No, not plasma beam. There's like some type of like weapon you get at the end, and I thought you got that, but you don't. So I must be confusing it with Metroid Prime 2 or even Metroid. No, it's definitely not Metroid Prime 3 because I remember the ending of that, where you fight like Dark Samus in this like blue place, and then yeah, he turns into the full Metroid Prime and stuff like that. Spoilers for like a over 10-year-old game, but yeah. But yeah, moving on to the next topic. Final Fantasy 16. Their first impressions are out, and a lot of people seem to be digging it. Like they're liking the gameplay, they're liking what they've done with it so far. It is a lot more action based, but they said it is very reminiscent of like Devil May Cry. There's a lot going on, and it doesn't feel very like spongy in terms of attacks. Like there's a lot of things to do. The big praise they were giving is on the boss fights. Like the boss fights seem really fun. There's a lot of thought going on to it. When you're doing the icon battles, which is the summoning or the summons, like there's like different stages where like the boss they had to fight, you fight them in their human form, then they move on, they transform to the icon, and you're a human, but you're fighting the icon there. And then you have the final form where it's like you're fighting the icon and you turn into an icon, and then you're just fighting in a huge like kaiju type battle. And they said it's pretty like epic. Like they blended in the cutscenes with the fighting. There's no like QTEs or anything like that, but it's all like blended in together, which seems pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
I like the way they did the difficulty
Mm-hmm.
to where they don't have a difficulty setting; they just have items that make the game easier.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Which makes me wonder. Like, I wonder if is the game going to be pretty difficult to begin with?
I hope so.
I hope it. I hope they just make it ultra hard, and then like you just get these items, and it just makes it easier.
Yeah,
Like that's my dream.
Yeah.
I love really hard games, but the problem with really hard games is like they take a lot of time
Mm-hmm.
that like
That
I
is
don't
true.
have.
That is true. No, I agree with you on that. Like that's why sometimes like Jedi Fallen Order, I was originally playing it I think on hard, and I lowered it to like medium because I was like I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
I want to get through the game and move on to the next thing. But yeah, did any of you guys see the actual like gameplay footage and everything?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I
freaking
watched
glorious.
some of it. I watch all of it.
No. What about you, Fan?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh man, you're missing out. It looks great.
I don't like to spoil
The-
myself, so
the way you-
I like
yeah.
avoid this stuff.
The
Like
The way
for
you're
the most
describing
part.
it kind of reminds me of like Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
You fight,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Humanoids, and then you turn into kaijus and fight. I'm like, that just reminds me of Power Rangers. Like,
I
Super
guess you
Sentai.
could say
I like
that.
I like the comparison. I like the comparison.
It's a good comparison, yeah.
That's
I'm like,
that's
that
new.
just- yeah,
That's new.
It reminds me of Super Sentai.
It's a good comparison. But yeah, like I'm like I watched the gameplay, looked at it. It looks really good. Graphically speaking, it looks amazing. Combat speaking, it looks like there's a lot going on. Like it's not just a Devil May Cry like clone in terms of combat. And I do like what they're doing with the combat and everything overall. Hey, what's up, Shiva Legend? Welcome to the podcast.
Yo.
I-
Shiva.
I do like the whole combat and everything going on with it. So I'm excited for it. Like you guys know that I have faith in Yoshi P. I think he's gonna make an amazing game. He did everything great with Final Fantasy 14. I mean, honestly, when you look at Final Fantasy 14, it's an amazing game. The story's there. Combat. I mean, combat's really just like now you can say it's kind of generic MMO-ish, but it's still fun nonetheless. And the way they're taking this game, I think they have a lot of things going on. I have a lot of faith in the story, and that's the main thing that worries me. Is like, is the story going to be boring? Is the story going to be great? But I do think the story is going to be great. I don't feel like we should worry about the combat after seeing this. It seems fun, but I guess we'll have to wait and see to see the actual RPG mechanics, right? The leveling up, armor system, stuff like that. Everything going on there. But yeah, I'm excited. Another thing that I wanted to talk about here is Yoshi P. He did an interview, and in the interview, they mentioned the term JRPG. Did you guys see that interview or hear about it?
There was a bunch of people talking about this on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like last night.
So So in the interview, when they mention the term JRPG, he says he does not like to hear, or he does not like the games being called JRPG because he feels like it what's the right word? It discriminates, or not discriminates. It help me out with my words here. What am I trying to say? Uh, like
He
it,
pretty much said that like people look down on
yeah, like
something referenced like JRPG.
yeah, like it's like negative, like it kind of closes it out against other RPGs.
Yeah.
You know,
Which
and
I don't think that's the case at all. Like it's just a certain kind of genre.
yeah.
You know, like
It's just a way for us to categorize it. That's all. It is.
yeah,
So
because
mhm,
technically Oblivion's a RPG, but
mhm,
so is Final Fantasy. So if you
yeah.
call both RPGs, that's two different kind of like RPGs.
So I will say this. There's a couple things. Do you guys remember when the term JRPG like came out? No.
No.
No. Good question. No, I
So
don't have no idea.
here's this, and a big shout out to Player Essence. If you don't watch his videos, is there? But like I was watching his videos, and I was like, I remember all this going on. It was a good refresher. The term JRPG came out in the 360 PS3 era, and when that term actually came out, it was actually used to kind of say how bad their Japanese RPGs were.
Oh
So if you
yes,
remember at that time,
I actually remember that.
technologically speaking, Japanese was the Japanese developers were far behind what Western developers were doing, right? Where things were a little bit more closed off and stuff like that. Western developers were starting to make open worlds, the graphics were getting better and so forth. And that's when that came on. And that's why a lot of developers, when they see Westerners saying JRPG, they think of that time. Because even IGN had a lot of articles where they were criticizing JRPGs, and every time like you would see people talk about JRPGs, it was actually talking down about JRPGs. It really wasn't
But
until the PS4 era where everybody started seeing JRPGs as a breath of fresh air again, because Western games started being the same thing over and over again, where it's just a
well, the
giant
cycles will
world.
always repeat.
Mm-hmm.
But Japanese also have a name for Western RPGs.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
So I don't know what the name is. It's
Mhm.
in Japanese. I don't.
Oh,
But
okay.
like I read last night because like I said in Reddit they were talking about it, and this guy who lives in Japan said that there's a name for Western RPGs that Japanese
Interesting.
use. So saying that is kind of like being a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do know that there was a lot of racism going on in the early 2000s
Yeah.
about like JRPGs and stuff like that. So I can see why
Yeah.
they don't like it, but at the same time they gave Western RPGs a certain like name too. So
Yeah, there was a clip that he played in his video, and I guess he was a developer to Rez, and a Japanese. It was at GDC, so Game Developer Conference,
yeah,
and the developer, like a Japanese developer, goes and asks, like, "What do you guys think of Japanese games now?" And then he's like, "You guys suck." He's like, "You guys are behind the times. You guys are horrible," and stuff like that, like straight up, like no sugarcoating on that. And then people are laughing at him, and you can see like the developers in shock. Like, I'm asking you a question, and that's how you come out. Like, dude was a douchebag to him. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
you can't
Y-
you can't do that. And that's kind of
you got to keep it classy, man.
yeah,
Like you can't be coming out like so if you don't like it, you can be like you don't like it. You don't got to
yeah,
be like you suck. You don't got to insult me.
yeah,
You know what I
You
mean?
just
Like
say it's not my cup of tea.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And he
and then
was
tell them
just
why.
no. He's like literally laughing. He's like, yeah. He's like, you guys are behind the times, man. You guys need to get good, and like all this, like literally talking like that. I'm like, come on, like who talks like that? Especially in a professional environment. Like you're with a bunch of other developers.
You forget, dude.
Who was
Early
the guy that said
gaming
it?
was like the Wild West,
Yeah.
dude.
Say it
Early
again,
gaming.
Ash.
Who was the guy that said it?
Whoever the main developer for Rez is, the guy who made
That
it.
guy's a known douchebag, though.
Yeah.
He didn't just do it. That guy's like a known
I
like.
mean, to be fair, I don't even
That's
know
his
who he
thing.
is. Like that was the first time I heard of him. Like I remember I've heard the game Rez. I don't even know what it is. Like I've never played it. So like
I had it on
Yeah,
my. It was
yeah, me neither.
free. It was
uh
free on PlayStation like 10 years ago, and I got
yeah.
it. Like I played
That's
it, but
because I know
that's the
I
only
thought it was
reason.
Rezo Gun, which I played on PS4, but I guess it's not the same game. They're two totally different games. Because Rezo Gun was made by Housemarque, who made Returnal.
Eternal.
Yeah, who made Returnal. So, but yeah, like like for me, like I agree with you in that sense, Mike. Like I classify JRPG, and it's a genre that I like, but I also say Western RPG, which is a genre
Yeah.
I don't like. And I'm
Well,
not saying like all
you
Western
can't
RPG.
just call it RPG now. There's too
Yeah,
many like
well,
different kind of
exactly.
like sections. Like
I agree.
it's kind of like rap.
Yeah,
Like you can't just say rap music because there's so many different sects of rap music that
yeah,
it's not like just rap music. Like it's the same thing with RPGs. Like there's so many different kinds of RPGs that you have to classify them.
I agree. I agree, and that's you know like it's kind of hard to like classify. Yeah, you can say like it's an RPG, right? Kind of when we do video game 20 questions, if you were to say it's
Yeah.
an RPG, I'm gonna say yes. But to narrow it down, saying JRPG or Western RPG will narrow it down,
Yeah,
right?
because you have like action RPGs,
Yep.
JRPGs, Western RPG. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
list goes on. Turn based.
Yep. So there's a lot there. So but I kind of get, like I said, I understand him where he's coming from, because when that term came out, it was a negative term for games of the like Eternal Sonata and stuff like that were seen as like boring games. Nier, which was funny, was seen as not a good game, and look at Nier now; it's a super popular. Even though that's more
It
action
definitely developed.
RPG.
Yeah, it's definitely got a cult following. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, Nier Automata like blew up, and then now it felt like Nier was taking over the world. Amazing game. If you haven't played it, definitely play. I hope everybody here has played that game. I think we
It's
all
on
have,
my
right?
list. I haven't touched the game yet. I think I
Oh,
bought
goodness,
I think I
Ash.
bought the first one on PC, but I'm eventually gonna play it. I know
You don't
that.
have to play near like the first one. Near Automata.
No, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, Nier Automata. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. My bad. I didn't buy the other one. Isn't it called Nier Replicant or something like that?
Well,
Or
that's
is
the
it something else?
remake. Yeah, Near Replicant
That's
would be
the
the
great.
remake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
The
I'm going to eventually play
the
it.
first
When? I don't know.
the first Nier is a completely different game.
Yeah.
Like it's the whole Nier storyline's weird. It's interesting to look
Well, you
into it.
gotta. I like it actually. I did a
Yeah.
deep dive. Was watching a bunch of videos to explain it, and yeah, because you have to play technically to understand everything. You have to play what's it called? Drakengard 1, and then Drakengard 3, or I think it's
Yeah.
Drakengard 3, then
Yes, I
Drakengard
heard
1.
about that. I heard about
Yeah.
that too.
Then
Yeah.
there's Near happens after some storyline in Drakengard 1. Like it takes place after that, and then of course Nier Automata is like right after, or not right after, but like thousands of years in the future. So there's a story there, but like Mike said, you don't really have to play, one or the other to
You're
understand the
better off
story.
watching a video because the games aren't
Exactly.
that good either. Like so.
It's hard to like understand if you're not following the lore, like deep dive into the lore, you won't know what's going on. There's we'll just keep it at that.
Okay, before we go on to the next topic,
Mhm.
which lore do you think is more harder to understand, Kingdom Hearts or the whole Nier universe?
Oh, Nier for sure.
Near.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts is easy to
Ki-
understand. Like I feel like if you don't
Kingdom
understand the
Hearts
Kingdom
just
Hearts
has a lot of
story,
characters, and
yeah,
like the only thing you have to get about Kingdom Hearts is like they're heartless and nobodies.
Yeah.
You know what I
Pretty
mean? And once you figure
Yeah.
out everyone's heartless and nobodies, it becomes pretty like
yeah,
I just found it funny how
Yeah.
everyone made a big deal about the whole how it's confusing, but when I actually play through it, I'm like, oh, I understand this. So I'm like, okay.
You know why
I
they're confused? And I've said this over and over again. Is because they like to push off the handheld titles as spin-offs when they're not.
Yeah,
They're
I
part of
did-
the
I
main
did see that.
story. So
Yeah.
yeah, as somebody who, if you only played Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, you're not gonna understand it. Like if you go from 1 to 2, you're like, who the heck is Roxas? Who's Axel? Why do you know Sora? Why is Sora sleeping? At the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, he was not sleeping. He was looking for Riku. Like, right? You got all that stuff. Like,
yeah.
So I've only played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Right.
see?
And when I played 2, I was a little confused because I bought the Kingdom Hearts all-in-one package, like the bundle that comes with
Yeah.
everything. So you could, and it has all the DDD and
Yeah, Dream Drop Distance.
Three-
Yep.
yeah, and 365 over 2. Like it has all the cutscenes
Yeah.
like in it that you could watch, so you don't actually have to play. You can just watch it because it tells the story. And I need to finish doing that. I started doing it thinking I was actually playing the game, but then I'm like, oh, these are all just the cutscenes explaining
Yeah.
the actual story. And yeah.
Well, yeah.
I can understand if you never played the handhelds, it could be confusing.
Yeah, like, because, like, literally, like, after Kingdom Hearts 1, Chains of Memory takes place right after Kingdom Hearts 1. Literally, the opening cutscene is the ending cutscene of Kingdom Hearts 1. And then you have Kingdom Hearts 2. Then you have Birth by Sleep,
I love
which
Birth by
tells
Sleep. It's like my
you
favorite.
the story of pretty much what is happening in there. Then you have I mean 358 over 2 is kind of like the only one that I could say is not super important, but it does let you know exactly who Roxas is, what was the Organization 13's motive and stuff like that.
They
And
did those games so messed up, man. Like the way they like did that, they shouldn't
yeah,
have done it that way.
It's all discombobulated, which I can completely understand why they did.
what's that? Yeah, I understand that. See, Marcus Rat, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your last name. Says I like Dragon Guard 3, but I never played a worse sideshow of a game. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Dragon Guard 3 was tough. I remember when that came out on what was that, PS3. Like I was excited for it because like, I remember playing Dragon Guard 1. And yeah, the games as far as like performance wise, they're yeah, they could be better overall. Especially Dragon Guard 1. Like if you try going back to play that, like yeah, it not good at all. I played it because my uncle had it and there was no other game to play. It was either that or SOCOM. And I was just tired of playing SOCOM, so I was like, you know what, let me play Dragon Guard 1. But yeah, no, I agree with you. Like the story behind it is really fun though. Like I do like the story and everything. The Near universe, in my opinion, is great. But like I said, Ash, you definitely are gonna have to go ahead and probably YouTube the story because I think Kingdom Hearts is easy to understand. But I'm also a big Kingdom Hearts nerds. I was in KH Insider back in like 2007, typing in theories on trailers. Yeah, I was that guy. I was that guy. Hey,
respect, man. Respect.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Till this, I don't know if my post is still there, but when we were theorizing on Birth by Sleep, oh man, I was so close to exactly what it was. Like my theory was about like 75% correct. I think it was like one thing I got wrong. And I was like, yeah, boys, street cred or web cred, whatever you want to call it, you know.
Forum cred, I don't know.
Yeah. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 came out and I was sad because game was not that
Yep.
great.
That's why I'm not excited about 4. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like whatever.
I mean, I'm excited about 4, but I know I'm gonna be let down. Like, I hope I'm not let down. Like, I guess we'll wait and
Especially with
see.
that Final Fantasy comment, I'm like,
Yeah, that hurt
man.
my
Like,
feelings. That hurt my
yeah.
feelings. I was like, Nomura, man, like, I
I'm
don't know
like,
if I trust you no more.
oh. Yeah, like I'm like, all right, dude. I'll buy your game and it's
There's a lot of
$20.
things that this most Square Enix fought that led up to that point. So I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave it at that, if anything.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody who's actually on YouTube, don't forget we do have a poll running asking, are you excited for the new Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi game? Right now we're at 5 votes in. 60% of the people say no, 40% says yes. So not a lot of fighting game fans out there, which is understandable. It's probably Mike and his bots, all his bots that he's created, you know, saying no.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I can understand why some people will not be that excited for the new Budokai Tenkaichi game because they probably haven't played those and they're not comparing it to Xenoverse or something like that.
Yeah.
So they may be calling Xenoverse 3 at that point. I don't know. So.
I enjoy Xenoverse. I think it's like a different game though than Budokai Tenkaichi.
Oh yeah, I agree as well. But the thing is, like, Xenoverse 2 has been out like for how long now? For how many years?
Oh,
forever?
I don't know, like a long time.
Yeah, really long time and stuff. You know,
there's still
like,
DLC coming out for it. Like
still
it's never
DLC.
ending. Yeah,
exactly. So it's just for people that like only hopped into just like Xenoverse and haven't played like the past games and stuff. I can see why people may think, oh, it's just Xenoverse 3, but with better graphics and stuff.
Yeah,
you know, I won't be surprised if I see those kind of comments later on.
Yeah,
so.
I guess we'll have to wait and see how that turns out. We'll have to play the story mode all over again. How many times have you played the story of Dragon Ball over and over?
Too many, which is why I haven't played Dragon Ball.
That's the other thing, like where the fighting games are not excited because it's like it's the same stories every time, and I'm like, bro, I've seen this, I've played this, like I don't need to do it again.
Back in the 90s, like in Toonami, it would end when Goku landed on Namek, and it will start all over again. Like you know how many times?
Oh, God.
For the longest, that's why I hated the beginning of Dragon Ball. Until this day, I refuse to watch all the way up to that part because I hated that. Oh man. It was the torture. But Moving on to the next topic, the Nintendo Switch leak. It's pretty crazy right now. Like, it seems to be accurate. So, like earlier in the podcast, we did mention the Pokemon Presents. There was somebody on 4chan who says that he is a third party, like outsourced like developer who is working on the HD, or like not HD, but like upgraded port of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for a new Nintendo Switch, which was crazy. And he leaked pretty much everything that happened. The post was set for like what was it, like February 24th or something like that. Like that's when he posted it, and of course, a few days later was the Pokemon Presents, and he was 100% correct on everything. Like he had the names correct, he had exactly what the legendary Pokemons were. Like literally everything he said about that was correct. And at the end of the post, he said that the Wave 2 DLC is set to launch with the new Nintendo Switch. Then he further came back later on to clarify that Wave 2, because it says winter of 2023, he said Wave 2 will not be coming out this year, but will be coming out early next year, which technically is still, by fiscal years goes, is still technically winter, 2023, because winter ends in what, February, right? If I'm not mistaken, March.
Yeah, pretty much March.
February.
Start of
Yeah.
springs in March. So
Yeah. So what do you guys think about this? Like him being 100% correct has got like everybody looking like, whoa, like you were correct about everything about the Pokemon Directs. Or do you think this is a situation that somehow he was able to edit, the posts?
so I've been on 4chan a lot in my life.
Yeah.
And so like with 4chan, like I have seen people like call stuff out, you know what I mean? Like, and be correct about everything.
Mhm.
Very rarely, but nowadays it's more like until I see it, I won't believe it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure there are ways to, like, I don't know, maybe he data mined something, you know what I mean? Like, and was able to like see it, and he doesn't actually work there, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so.
And you can
And they've
keep
been
saying
talking
it.
about this for like 3 years. They've been talking about a
Exactly.
Switch upgrade since 2020.
You're
At
going to
this
be
point, I
correct
can
at
go
some
on
point.
there. Yeah, at this point, I can go out there and like start making stuff up, and I'll probably like stick one thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
You'll you yell and holler and make these rumors constantly enough that eventually you'll be right.
yeah, you'll get at least one or two things right, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, this guy called it! Like, look, he said two things." Like,
But how do you
I've
think
seen
like
that
he
so
was
much.
he was able to even name the new Pokemon by name? Like what do you think about that?
I mean, like I said, if there's something he could have like, you know what I mean? Like, these people, some of these people literally have no lives, and they sit there and like try to like intercept an email, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, break in and stuff. So, that's possible, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, and then you make up a backstory, you know what I mean? Because you're not going to be like, hey, like I broke into like the Pokemon Company server and
That's
stole
true.
an email with this, you know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. That I can understand. Yeah.
Yeah. And like a lot of these leaks happen, like and people break in and like they don't even know it, you know what I mean? So
What about you, Ash? Do you think this leak is legit?
To be perfectly honest with you, I mean, he was around the money on lots of things, but I feel like that's there's like other people that was also around the money, and they also mentioned the new Switch, and they were wrong about it, you
Yeah.
know. So, and if the new Switch does turns out to be true, I mean, I won't be too excited about it because I feel like it's gonna be like a small minor upgrade
Mhm.
from the previous Switch. It would be like the new Nintendo Switch, just like they have the new 3DS per se, right? So like I think I'm pretty much one of the biggest reasons why they will have a new Switch is mainly because so that way they can somehow combat piracy in a sense, because the main reason why the original Switch was had because of the Tegra X1 chip, which is the GPU from Nvidia and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So that honestly that'll be their biggest reason for them to release a new Switch with that,
Mhm.
you know. And I think he also said that like they're going to release it along with the new DLC for Pokemon or something like that.
Yeah. He
So
said
like,
he said specifically the Wave 2 DLC.
well, Yeah, I mean, unless they have something like cool that you can see on the new Switch where you can't see on a regular Switch, I'm pretty sure they're gonna also have it accessible to the original Switch as well. So at that point, people are not gonna buy the new Switch just for that DLC alone. You know,
Yeah.
it's you know, I won't be a bit that surprised if it comes out soon. You know.
So yeah, I mean, I do think that the new Switch has been in development. I mean, Nvidia has stated that they were working. They didn't name the partner, but like, who else is there they're working with? They're working with somebody with a console, right? Like, and to my knowledge, like, I don't think there's any, like cloud gaming handhelds coming out that's using Nvidia APUs or ARM chips. Like, the only thing that's left is really the Nintendo Switch, and they said they're working on a new chip for a console, and they expect their console market to continue on and stuff like that. So
Steam Deck too.
with Nvidia, like I don't see that.
Ray tracing on a Steam Deck, dude.
Hey, did you not see the update?
What? No,
No,
I
yeah.
haven't.
With the latest Steam Deck beta update, they enabled ray tracing on Doom Eternal. So now you can play Doom Eternal in ray tracing.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they're gonna
Oh.
partner up with the hardware manufacturer.
Wait, isn't Steam Deck isn't it AMD?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, AMD can
But
still do
you
ray
can still
tracing.
get ray tracing with AMD.
Yeah,
yeah.
but isn't it called something else in AMD?
No, it's still called ray tracing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ray tracing is not a trademark term by Nvidia.
Right.
Yeah. They popularized it by RTX, right? Naming it RTX. So
right.
that's supposed to be ray tracing, but yeah, it's ray tracing has been around like for years.
Forever.
As
It's a visual effects
terminology.
thing.
Yeah,
it's a visual effects terminology.
Yeah. I think AMD just sucks at it.
Yeah, they're not as good. Yeah, they're not as good as Nvidia in terms of ray tracing. Like their cards at least are not as good.
Ray tracing is not the end all be all,
It's just shiny lights.
It's just,
I have it off on everything.
Yeah,
down
ray
to
tracing is
3080.
ray tracing not the selling point anyway.
No,
So
I agree.
and like with their new GPUs that are coming out, their rasterization performance is actually better than some of their newer RTX cards anyway.
Just get me a GPU that can do 4K 120 smooth. I don't care about ray tracing at that point.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
That's gonna be the 50 series probably.
Yeah. We'll see.
Well, I mean, the 40 series can do. Only the 4090
AMD
can do 4K at 120.
I want AMD to step it up. But yeah, going back, I don't think Nintendo or the Steam Deck will switch to Nvidia.
No,
with that.
but maybe Nvidia is going to
was
partner
just
up with
kidding.
like a hardware manufacturer, like Logitech and Tencent. With the G Cloud.
I mean, they could, but the G Cloud isn't it already using like a Snapdragon or something like that?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like with Nvidia saying that they're working with a console like manufacturer, like they could technically partner up with any hardware manufacturer.
Yeah,
and that hardware manufacturer can make a console with the new Nvidia CPU.
That's true. Like I would say that the only thing is this was last year's in Nvidia's like what's it called can't
one of
think
their
the name.
directs or whatever.
The like reporting like financial results or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why I still think it's there. I honestly like in my heart, and I could be wrong. This could be wishful thinking. I honestly believe that the Switch OLED was supposed to be the new console, but something went wrong. COVID, COVID already happened, right, and other stuff. That
Well,
they
it was a
decided
chip
not
shortage.
To. Yeah, the chip shortage as well. So they were probably like, this can't be the new
I
console.
can see that.
So they went with this.
Because they dropped it with a dope display, but not upgraded internals. So
Exactly.
I can see the chip shortage like affecting it. And they're just like, we have all these displays now.
Yeah.
We have to do something with them.
Well, yeah, the dock has firmware updates, but it's like nothing utilizes the dock. It's like why the dock also, like a lot of the ports were updated too. So it's like it was a weird thing. Like, okay, like you're just an OLED Switch, that's it. Even though I love the OLED Switch, like the display is amazing. It's like it felt like it was supposed to be something more, and something happened. They had like a last.
I just bought an OLED monitor. Let's see if it's good.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Which one?
Which one? Which one?
The LG Ultra Gear. It just came out.
The 40, the 42 inch or whatever.
The 27 that just
27?
came out.
Okay.
It's I forgot the model number, but it just came out like earlier this month.
Yeah.
Or earlier February.
Let us know soon because I might be upgrading as well. So
yeah, it's $9.99 at Best Buy. So it's not cheap. But it's But we'll see. Like, because like
one
I read
day.
reviews and it was either that or the Asus one. And Best Buy had this one, and I like their protection plan. So
Yeah, definitely.
Fair
I
yeah,
enough.
hear
Yeah.
that.
yeah. Especially with burning, you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like with gaming and stuff. So
yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll see. Like, I'm gonna say, I think I can see that happening. You know, Nintendo has said nothing new is gonna come out this year. I do believe them with that. But you know, that being said, I do think that they will come out. Like, I'm thinking Metroid Prime 4 will not come out this year. It will come out next year, and that's probably going to be a launch game because of how long they're taking. They've restarted development and everything from
and
scratch.
Zelda's dropping too. So
Yeah, Tears
if
of the
they do it,
Kingdom.
I'm gonna be really mad if they drop another console and like Tears of the Kingdom runs better on it, and I
Mhm.
already played it. Like I'm gonna be so
Yeah.
irritated, dude.
Like, so you know, this leads to my next point. Like, what would a new Switch have to do to get you either excited for and or like get it? Like, I mean, realistically speaking, I'm pretty sure we're all gonna get it regardless. But like, what would it have to do to get you to like,
oh,
hey, I'm super
I'm not gonna
excited?
get it regardless.
No, okay.
Because I have the Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
And
unless like
that's
there's like a unless there it does something really well or if
mm-hmm.
there's like a game that's exclusive, but like if it doesn't drop with anything that
Yeah.
I immediately want to play, I'm gonna wait until there's a game coming out that I want
Yeah.
to play.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
And
wanna let's forget the games
yeah.
because they're exclusive games. We know that sells consoles. The console itself, like what does it have to do to draw your attention? Because especially nowadays, you have the Steam Deck. You know, you have Aya Neos and all these other like portable PCs, One X Player, and all that stuff out there. Like, what does the Switch have to do to gain your attention? Because I feel that Nintendo, it's going to be harder to sell on the Switch concept again. Because now that there's alternatives.
Display port on the dock.
Display.
I mean, they just really all they really need is just HDMI 2.1.
Yeah. Yeah,
But,
that too.
I mean, if they could add analog triggers to the Joy-Cons, right? Because
Better Joy-Cons for
yeah,
sure.
probably
Better
Hall
display.
sensors on the Joy-Cons to deal with the whole stick drift thing.
More open source. Like actually make it kind of like a PC.
Like
I think that would be dope.
make it to where if you could repair the Joy-Cons a lot easier, which would be pretty cool. Like the right to repair made it so much simpler.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did make it a little bit bigger, but not too big, because you know there's some people who have like bigger hands and the Switch is just too small for them.
Yeah.
And I feel that would, if they can kind of find a little bit better of a medium, because right now
like
I think it's
Steam
too
Deck
small.
size.
Steam Deck
would
size
be
I think
good.
would be perfect probably, because the screen size on that one they just gotta get rid of the borders on the Steam Deck.
Honestly, I can't. Hardware only though. I can't think of anything that would make me like be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like because I have a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
I mean, 1080p 60, like in handheld mode. I mean, they probably won't do 1080 in all honesty. They'll probably
That's
stick
gonna
it to
be
720.
tough. Unless there's like a revolution, they have a like great battery or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say that battery is gonna be the issue with higher thing because you have stuff like Ioneo that does do like 1200p and stuff like that, but battery life, it's not
Trash.
there. Yeah,
it's like the Steam Deck too. The Steam Deck's battery's not the greatest, and it doesn't even do 1080p.
Yeah, Uncharted.
Yeah.
I was getting it. It said 75 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah.
Until I started using FSR, and FSR went from 75 minutes to
and they might be able
an
to
hour and 30
get away
minutes,
with
which
it,
is what, like 5 minutes more. Like
they might be able to get away with it using FSR. You know, implementing that more.
Yeah.
Trying to get the higher frame rates, making it look clearer.
Yeah.
And then running maybe like I don't know what they'll do in terms of the whole dock because the firmware says it can handle 4K, but we'll see. I mean, 4K 60 would be ideal, but that would never honestly happen.
It could, right?
Not
With
never,
DLSS.
but probably like
not
in the
right
future.
Now. Yeah.
So what needs to happen is like we keep like getting all these breakthroughs in like hardware and tech, but we're not doing any like breakthroughs in battery. Because what really holds back a lot of this stuff isn't like the hardware, is the battery.
Yeah,
because
you
if you have the right battery,
but it's gonna drain your battery.
Yeah, because if you had the battery, you could probably make a handheld that does 4K 60 because the technology is there.
Just better density batteries.
Yeah.
More dense batteries that doesn't take up.
Well, I mean, to be
take the same amount of
fair
space.
with that, right? The Switch uses ARM architecture, so if you could create a good chip similar to the M2 chip, right? You can get something.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, you could get something that's strong enough to do that stuff. Or you have DLSS that can also help out as well, right? Play at lower resolutions, but DLSS pick up, the back end of things. You can get a good picture, better battery life, because DLSS will also help with battery performance as well because it's not working as hard. And NVIDIA chips do have the AI built into it, which is supposed to help with all the back end of all that stuff. So, but yeah, going back to the original conversation, yeah, I agree with Mike. It's hard. Like I am personally gonna get it because I love Nintendo fan. Background is Zelda. I got my Zelda shirt on. I got my amiibos and stuff like that. Like I love Nintendo, right? Their games are timeless, but it's the software that keeps bringing me back to it. Hardware wise, it's like if you don't bring out the software, I don't care because I have a Steam Deck, right? Steam Deck kind of plays everything I wanted to do. It already plays games at better resolution, higher frame rates, and so forth.
Do we know the size of the chip on the Switch? Because it's the Tegra X1, right? Like,
Yeah.
What nanometer processor are they using?
That's an old one, so
14. I think it's 14, right?
Because I mean,
it might be.
Because I mean, if they can use modern day nanometer processes, because I think they're on like 5 and 4 nanometers now.
I think I think Apple's on 4. Everybody else is on 5.
Yeah.
Here's what
I mean, even going to like a 5 nanometer process on like a Tegra chip would like dramatically increase battery life.
Here's what
if they're at like 20 or 16 nanometers, dropping down to 5, that's a huge difference.
Here's the thing. My opinion might be a bit like a hot take, if anything. But if Nintendo would just partner with Apple, they'll have the M2 chip in the Switch. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the power of the M2 chip, but they're getting there. they're doing some really big numbers when it comes to doing certain things like games and stuff. So I feel like the M2 chip will be a really, really nice addition to the Switch, which at that point, that's when I'll feel impressed of like with new hardware stuff.
Didn't NVIDIA buy ARM?
No, it didn't go through.
No, I don't think so.
It didn't go through.
Yeah,
oh,
never went through. Now,
I was about to say they haven't done anything with that. I thought it went through.
No,
the iffy part with my idea though, because I'm pretty sure NVIDIA does not like Apple. So like if they found Nintendo's partner with Apple just to use their M2 chip and freaking NVIDIA's like, what the hell, that'll be something icky in there. But like in my opinion though, it's just I just want new software, but better like support for the actual stuff. If anything, I feel like that's what really matters. Is that what software am I getting with this, and will it be worth it when it comes out?
See, if the only way I will buy this day one, like a Switch, the only way is if like the launch day lineup is like Mario, Metroid, you know what I mean? Like it may be something else. Like then yeah, day one all day. But even if it's just like Metroid, I might not buy it day one. I might wait a little bit. Like so.
To answer the question, it's a 16 nanometer chip in the Switch.
Wow.
And that's for the OLED models. For the OG Switch, it's a 20 nanometer chip.
Wow, 20 nanometers?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
wow.
you got to think it came out in 2017, and they're probably using hardware that's a few years old to make it cheaper. So they're probably using tech from like 2014, 2013.
Yeah.
So.
The new Switch, with the red box, the OLED and the light all use the 16 nanometer, and then OG Switch, uses the 20 nanometer chip.
So you just imagine if they switch to like the new like 5 nanometer chip process.
Yeah, let me see. This Wikipedia sucks. Like, I'm looking for Tegra X2 is also a 16 nanometer too. So even if they were to go up to there,
because the 4000 series GPUs are 4 nanometers.
The 4000 series GPUs,
yeah,
because they're using the TSMC stuff, which 4 nanometer right now is the breakthrough. with rumors. Well, I won't get into
I,
rumors. I
was,
can't talk
I
about
saw
that.
4080 in stock at Best Buy, and I was like contemplating it real hard, but
Yeah, it's a
it's,
4090. There was a 4090 at
it's
least
too
available.
overpriced, man. It's too taxed right now. Once
So
the 4090 goes sub 1,000, if it
Yeah.
ever to go sub 1,000, I'll cop.
aren't the 4080s like 1200? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ugh, Jesus, disgusting.
yeah, it's way too taxed, man.
you might as well buy
Like,
the 7900 XTX, and it's similar
or
performance.
Pretty much.
you can buy a 3090 for like $600-700. You know what I mean? Like, still does great.
That would be nice, but I already have a 3080 at that point. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have a
Yeah.
3060 Ti. If I'm gonna upgrade, I'm gonna get the next,
Yeah.
Yeah.
next gen.
So yeah, I mean, I agree with you guys. I don't know. Like, we'll have to wait to see. For me, Metroid Prime 4 would sell it to me. I love Metroid Prime. But I think Nintendo would have to have, like, they would probably do a killer lineup because there hasn't been a brand new 3D Mario game for the rest of the console generation. I mean, Mario Odyssey came out the first year the Switch came out, and there hasn't
Yeah.
been a new 3D
That
Mario
reminds
since
me.
then.
I just bought Mario Odyssey.
Oh, nice. Good game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's, it's
it's like
$20
$40
off.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $38, $37.99.
Odyssey
If you go to,
still,
I
still
think
my
if you
favorite
go to
Mario game.
Walmart, it's like $35.
Mario Day on March 10th, at least.
I
Yeah.
checked Walmart. It was only $40.
Mm.
It was a couple of days ago because I have a
Okay.
bunch of bots for deals, so it's like it was like $36 or $35 at
Hey, I
Walmart
told you.
like a day or two
Mike
ago.
is putting the bots to say no to our poll. I knew it. I knew it.
I'm
like-
telling you, dude.
Yeah, but we did get
No,
another
see,
vote
it's
in, and we're at
50-50
50%.
now.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Yeah,
So
like,
let's go. Let's go. Real people coming in now. But yeah, I could see them launching with like a new Mario game, Metroid Prime 4. Not a new Zelda, but it would be cool. Like,
No.
oh, here's a Tears of the Kingdom like upgrade,
Like day
visual upgrade.
one, like
Patch or
update
something.
patch.
Dude.
Yeah.
If I play Tears of the Kingdom in May and they do an upgrade in like November,
Like Tears
I'm
of the
gonna be
Kingdom
upset.
with ray tracing.
Yeah, exactly. The only
You
the only
can-
possible upgrade that I could see them doing is probably ray tracing if they want to make the game look better and stuff. Because I feel
I
like
mean,
Breath of
they can
Wild
do
to
this.
begin with can play at 30 FPS with no problem. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's a hot take, but like the game is widely critically acclaimed and it runs at 30 FPS. I mean, you can emulate it,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
it runs fine at 30.
I played Breath of the Wild emulated at 120 and like 1440p.
Oh yeah, so
I've
so,
done-
so,
I've
so
done
did I.
it
It
in
was fine.
I've done it in 4K running at 60.
It's
Or
just
I- well,
it's-
it gets like 80.
I've done the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's at the point where I can enjoy them both in 1440p 140 or at 720p 30. I can enjoy them both, which is great, you know. So like it's just ray tracing will be the selling point if they're trying to upgrade it, you know.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what Nintendo brings, if anything, at that.
They'll probably add variable refresh rate. To be honest, like
I could
to
see
it.
that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
VRR on the display there would
Yeah.
be nice.
Yeah, that'd be
But
cool.
speaking of variable refresh rate, moving on to our not topic, but I have a little game where I'm gonna challenge you three, and we'll be keeping score to see, do you guys know your terminology? So the way the game is gonna work is I'm gonna say something, and you have to tell me the meaning of it.
Okay.
Extra points if you can actually say exactly what it is in terms of, because they're all abbreviations. So if you can actually say what the abbreviation stands for, or not abbreviation, what do you call it?
Acronyms.
Acronyms. There we go.
Okay.
Do that. But yeah, I'm trying to find out what's the easy. I guess the easy way would be to use the emoji, right? So like kind of like what Fan did. In order to be the first person to guess, go ahead and emoji whatever emoji it is. The first one that I see will be the
Where?
person I call
On Twitch or YouTube?
on Discord.
Discord,
Go to the emoji, yeah, and then you hover and just do whatever thumbs up, whatever emoji.
I guess I'll do
Yeah.
that.
The first
Just-
person to do it, I'll call on you and you tell me, and we'll be keeping points. There's only 7 questions because I didn't want to be too long. 7 questions, and you have to guess it. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
All right. It starts off easy, and then it gets difficult. So let's see if you know your terms. Are you ready? And first one is FPS. Oof, that was a tie between Fan and Ash. Rock, paper, scissors. Live on camera. See who goes first.
How?
Go.
Okay, fine.
Right in front of the camera. Go. It looks like
Yeah.
Ash wins.
3.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Go, Ash.
Okay.
FPS. Oh, and just to let you know, I'm not talking about genres of a game. I'm not talking about video game genres.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say, I was like, okay, which one?
Yeah. Go.
Okay, FPS means frames per second. It basically calculates the amount of frames that the monitor can handle pretty much. And then on top of that too, FPS was actually, so it was first used back in the cinema era and stuff. And the average FPS was like 24 frames per second for US films, I believe, or is it Europe? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much what FPS means. It's the amount of frames you can see in a second. And the higher the frame count, the smoother it will be. So
All right, good job. Point for Ash. All right, next. 4K. Oh, Mike
Dang
was
it.
first.
I wasn't even
Oh, you
for
weren't
that.
ready? I'm
Dang it.
sorry. I'm sorry. Ash.
No, you're fine. Let Mike take it.
So you want the definition of 4K?
Yeah.
Like,
What exactly? What is 4K?
it's the amount of
And-
pixels in a certain amount of like area.
Okay. And then
So
what?
like the more like pixels in the area, the clearer the picture.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
it's like what is it? I can't remember the numbers right
Like,
now.
I think it's like 3120 by 2180 or something like that, or
2160.
It's 2160, but I can't remember
Yeah.
the first one.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
that's the problem.
yeah.
It's around
It's like 30.
3000
like-
by 2000 something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
3000
3000
something by
something by
2160.
2160. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it's. I didn't double check that. It was 3820 by 2160. I believe that's the
Yeah.
exact count. But yeah. Point for Mike. And on top of that, resolution was also the other word I was looking for. But you said the definition of what it is.
Yeah.
So Mike's got 1 point. All right. Is everybody ready for this one before I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. FSR and DLSS. Oh, yeah. Ash, go.
Okay, I'm gonna start with DLSS. So DLSS was a technology made by NVIDIA. It stands for Deep Learning Super Sampling, and what is meant to be used for is to use the RTX tensor cores or the tensor cores, I believe, to actually downscale the resolution and upscale it through via AI to actually give you a clearer picture compared to the native resolution. First came when DLSS 1.0 came out, it was crap. Nobody wanted to deal with it. But when 2.0 came out, especially along with Death Stranding, it actually did extremely well, and people barely noticed the difference, and sometimes notice a better difference with the DLSS quality mode. Now, FSR. That's the interesting one. So FSR, crap. I know it's like fidelity, super resolution. I think I don't know. I don't know.
You're correct. That's it.
Yeah. So with this one though, is that it doesn't require any hardware. It's actually open source. So any developer can actually implement it to their own games if they wanted to. And when it first came out, it was doing crap, obviously. But the game changer was that with FSR, you didn't have to get a RTX card with this. You can actually use any card that you want and still be able to get these similar stuff to DLSS. Not better than DLSS, but similar. And with the whole technology behind that is that it will combine AI with temporal upscaling, I believe. And yeah, that's all I can get for that. That's my period right there. That's
Pretty good. That's good. Point for Ash.
Yeah.
So Ash is in the lead.
Yeah.
Dude, acronyms I suck at, dude. That's like one of my biggest downfalls, dude. Like you said that, I'm like, great.
Well, I mean, you would get half a point if you could tell me what it is, and then I would have asked
Yeah.
somebody else to get it so they can get the other half. All right. Is everybody ready for the next one?
Wait, hold. Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah. All right. DRM.
Oh crap.
Oh, Ash, you got it first. You got to answer it.
Nah.
You don't know?
Okay, no, okay. I can't tell you what. Wait. Oh, actually, I now remember. Right. So DRM, it means digital rights management.
Yep.
And what that means is that DRM, from what I can gather, is that it's something that developers will put into a game in order for you to track the authenticity
To break your
of
game. I said to break
slow
your
down
game.
too. Slow down too. But it will track the authenticity of the game to see if the person actually purchased the game or not with some sort of like key per se. I believe in my that's how I see it. But like with that it can cause a lot of slowdowns for a good amount of games and stuff. I was really crapping my pants when they were saying that they might put DRM onto Switch games, which that was a no go. I was like, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, the most notorious for DRM is Denuvo, which especially on PC, and the way people go around that is practically just cracking the game and stuff, and getting better FPS out of that. So yeah, DRM overall is just there to see if you actually own the game or not. So
Big girl's a goddess, bro.
Sounds good. There you go. So Ash 3 points, Mike 1 point, and then Fan 0. Unfortunately. All right. Question number 5. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
And watch out. Ash might have like an auto clicker or something on. Like.
Yeah, this is like cheating, bro. Because I'm hitting it immediately.
All right. VRR. Ash keeps going up first on my screen. I don't know.
It's cheating, bro. Like
what? That's weird. Yeah, because yours comes right after that. Like I don't get it. Let's try it again.
He's got faster internet.
I'm using Wi-Fi, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's weird.
No, it's all good. I shouldn't have it, bro.
All right, go ahead, Ash.
Oops, I'm not a bad sport.
Go ahead, Ash. What is VRR?
Oh, okay. You clicked it. You didn't even know it, dog.
No. It will take me like 5 seconds for it to come back to me. Okay, I'm just gonna answer the best way I can. So VRR, I'm pretty sure it means variable refresh rate. The problem is I can't really. I can't really find a way to differentiate it from other ones and stuff. Cause yeah, I'm gonna drop this one.
You're pass. All right, Mike, you were second on the list. Go.
Variable refresh rate. Isn't that where the graphics card matches like the monitor's refresh rate to keep a stable refresh rate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
So is that it? Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I thought that was vertical sync.
No, VSync would. Well, yeah, you're right. VSync is what matches it. Yeah, VSync and G-Sync would do that. No, G-Sync is not. G-Sync is variable refresh rate. That's VRR.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could have answered that because I thought variable refresh rate and G-Sync were different. What the heck?
Yeah, no. So VSync is different. VSync will lock you at a certain frame rate. G-Sync, which is VRR, does match whatever. So the monitor will go up and down depending on the output of the device. It'll match whatever is showing. So that even though it will pretty much eliminate like screen tearing and stuff like that. And it just allows it to run a lot smoother, so you're not getting those big dips in frame rates and stuff like that. So yeah, Mike was correct. Mm-hmm. But yeah, G-Sync, FreeSync are both VRR.
Yeah, that's what I messed up. I second guessed myself, so I'm like, okay, I thought they were all different somehow. So
yeah,
you should have just taken a shot, dude. Like you weren't gonna lose anything. Like,
all right, shot. Number 6.
Oh wait, I wasn't ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
AA. Oh, Fan was first this time.
No, I love AA, man.
I missed it, bro. My mouse moved.
Okay. The only thing I can think of is A is anti-aliasing.
Yep, that's correct.
But I can't remember exactly what the term stands for.
Ooh, I want to. Can me and Fan share half a point if I get the definition right?
Yeah.
Bet. All right. So AA.
Hold on. Wait. Are you sure, Fan? Are you passing it?
Yeah, I can't think of what the term stands for.
I mean, you don't have to give the exact definition. You can describe what it does. You got it or pass?
I can't put it into words. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I can't put it into words.
Go ahead, Ash.
Okay, AA, anti-aliasing. This is basically a technology that's been around for like forever. And what it does is that it's there to combat the staircase effect on the edges of a polygon and stuff. And the way the technology works is that it will re-render those same edges on the polygon to make the edges a lot more smoother and stuff. Now the thing is right. There's
I
multiple
was going to say
versions.
pixels. I was going to say pixels, but yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, multiple different versions of stuff. I feel like, and I think the most common one that was used during the PS3 and 360 era was FXAA, because that was a more easier version to use. And then later on, as games gotten better, they were using different stuff like TAA, SMA. I feel SMA is the best one, but overall, the main point of the technology is to smoother out the edges, so that way you don't get the staircase effect and make it more pretty and stuff. So
I should have just shoot my shot. I
Alright.
was just saying it's gonna make pixel smooth.
So
yeah,
yeah,
that would have been fine too.
I guess I would have technically been right. Like,
yeah.
It is. Like I just
I
love
mean,
going
Ash
in
went deep. Yeah, Ash went more
I
in
like
depth.
the
But yeah,
definite crap. I love technology.
Because that's what I would have said. I would have been like, it just makes everything smooth. Like,
yeah. Particularly, edges is where you would see.
I
most
like to
of
give
it,
it class and crap. It's just that's just me. It is whatever.
But yeah, half a point for Fan and half a point for Ash. The last one. See, this is probably too easy. I thought it would be difficult,
no.
but to be too easy. But we'll see who gets it correct. And I want to know who uses this terminology. Ready? You guys ready? All right. Sam.
what was it?
Sam. Yeah.
I
oh,
know
yeah.
what Sam is.
Yeah.
Wait, I think I know what
Smart
Sam is.
access memory, AMD.
Yes.
I would have
Yes.
got that too, bro. Like, I didn't hear you. I thought you said damn. I'm like,
Oh,
what's
no.
damn? Like,
My fault. It was Sam, but fan didn't get it correct, and it is AMD. What does it do? What does it do though?
It's kind of like Intel's quick access memory. Basically, doesn't it like compile like pieces of data to where between the CPU and God damn it.
Hey, baton pass for Fan. I got you, bro. Half a point.
Mike was I think second, so
oh dang it.
yeah. Yeah, because he was like, "What is it?" But he actually clicked on it too. So
I needed to get it. I'm like, I probably know it.
Yeah, it's smart access memory. It's just a way for them to like preload data quicker to like the CPU in it.
From
from the GPU, or no, from the isn't it from the GPU? Yeah, I'm brain farting on this one.
Are you sure? You want to pass it, or
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if you're sure. That's all I was trying to see.
Yeah, it's all right.
Oh, are you sure? I'm sorry. Are you sure? Is that your answer? Like, is that your answer?
Yeah. It's just so like in it to preload like data to GPU to CPU to make it access information quicker. Like that's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
you're correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, so you are correct. Yeah, that's AMD's technology, basically. Yeah, to go ahead and access the data off the GPU, making just quicker. So that's something they did introduce with I want to say I think it was the newer cards. I want to say the newer CPUs.
Series?
Yeah, 6000 series, and then of course the GPUs. So yeah,
I believe it started with the 3000 series and not for the Ryzen CPUs and stuff.
Oh, you're right. It is 3000 series CPUs. You are correct there. Yeah, and then 5000 series GPUs and above was what had access to that. Yeah, no pun intended. Sweet. So yeah, so at the end of this, we had Mike with 2, Fan with 1.5, and then Ash had 1, 2, 3, 3.5. So Mike with Ash with.
Oh damn! Got rigged.
That was messed up. Like Mike with 2, but he wins. Like, So
recount.
So next time, how I think a game like this should be is you call on someone, and if they can't get it, then it goes to like a next person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or they have those apps where you spin a wheel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
And do random like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think of internet like going in and kind of do that. So that's my fault on that. I probably should have thought that more out. But there will probably be a part 2 because there's other terminologies that are out there. So if you guys want to brush up on your terminology, of course, everything will be video game based or something to do with gaming, like hardware. I'm not gonna throw out something that's like you know for hacking that Mike would only know. Well, I guess you would know too, Ash, because you're going for the
Yep.
same thing. So, but
Yeah, no
everything that I will
confusion.
mention will be video game based there. So, but yeah, awesome job. That was fun. Now on to Mike or David said, "Where's the trailers for Tenkaichi 4?" If you let me see, can one of you guys post the? Hold on, my brother did he share it in the partner chat the trailer?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
he
say if
did.
you could copy it and paste it
I
into
got it.
Twitch so David could watch it. So yeah, and after that, Mike, I think it's up to you to do video game 20 questions this time.
Oh yeah.
It is your day.
Yeah. Hold up. Let me go back.
Your
All right, I
turn to
just
play
posted it in the
host.
chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me hold on. Let me move my camera real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we begin.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right. Did this game come out after the year 2000?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, David, me too. We had a whole talk about Tenkaichi earlier in the podcast. At least with me and Ash. You got to watch Mike's debut first.
Did this game come out after 2010?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so it's between 2000 to 2010. Okay.
Yep. So it's either 2010 or 2001 because I said after 2000.
Yeah.
So between
Yeah.
2001 and 2010.
And I said after 2010. So yeah.
Y'all are never gonna get this, dude.
Oh man. He's gonna choose some
And
hard
it's
game.
not obscure either, but
Oh, it's
I
not obscure?
just don't think it's a game y'all will play. Like,
Oh.
Oh,
man.
okay.
It
Is
depends.
this
that's a clue. That's a
is
clue.
this is this on did this come out on the PS3, 360 and Wii generation of consoles?
Would you say the PS3 no.
360 and Wii, like that generation. No,
No.
so would it be
Oh, hold on.
Oh, so will the question be like
like that
did it
generation?
come out of the third generation of console or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't think that's considered a third gen, is it? Isn't that like the
it is
something?
a
But
third gen.
it
Yeah,
is.
third gen.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
I believe so. Yeah.
You
Oh, wait,
said
no.
it.
No, is it it didn't come out on that, so no.
Okay.
Like it didn't come out during the 360. I don't know what generation of consoles that is though.
Okay, then it come out. So it's PS2, Xbox, or
Dreamcast.
it could be Dreamcast. It's true, or GameCube.
Yeah, true.
See how many is that? That's 2, right? Or 3 already.
That's 3.
Three questions.
Is it a handheld game?
No.
Okay, so it's got to be those consoles then. Want to ask if it's exclusive?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
do a
what-
console exclusive.
Yeah, we might as well do that.
Is it console exclusive?
No.
No. Okay.
Mm.
The multi-platform. It could be.
I feel like
PC.
those are the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. You know what? I should have said.
Is it a first person shooter game?
No.
Okay.
I should have. Hold on. Oh man. Hold on.
Because I'll knock out all like the Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, any of the other.
I'm really
freaking-
thinking on this a bit, if any of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
That's
first
5.
shooters.
We're at
out of the
5
question.
questions now.
And he said that is a game that we probably will not play. So I'm like really thinking on that. I'm like, what game is
this game PC exclusive?
No.
David's saying how many questions left? That's what we have. 16 questions, or no? I lied. 13 questions left.
You're on number 8.
Okay. Oof. Already. I feel like we. All right. It's not first person.
It's multi-platform, and it's not a first person shooter.
it?
Came out after 2000. in 2010.
But I feel like
There.
we should. Oh man, I feel like we should the generation of consoles, like, because they could still be PS1. It's 2000. More than likely it's PS2 era. I don't want to waste a question on that. Is it a? Did you ask? Is it an RPG already?
No.
No. Is it an RPG?
No.
Not FPS. Not RPG. I think what else would have came out. I mean, there's puzzle games, party games,
Fighting games.
Yeah, there's fighting games. He says we probably haven't played it, but it's not obscure neither. Not handheld.
I'm gonna be so mad once he announces what the game is. I'm like, what the I'm like,
I know y'all have heard of it for sure because it's like it was popular at the time for sure.
So okay, did it have local co-op? Like, was it primarily local co-op
No.
games? Like, okay, so it's mainly online play then. I was just trying to figure out because some of
Do
those
you guys
are like,
want to? Do you guys want to
like,
try to narrow down the developers by any chance?
We could probably say by region. Like, is it Japanese or is it Western?
Yeah, that's one I
I'll
want to go
say
with too. To be honest.
Japanese because I'll get rid of a lot if it's a no, and if it's yes, we can kind of narrow that down. Is it a Japanese made game?
you mean like developer wise?
Yeah, developer wise, like, is it a
Okay.
Japanese company that made it?
No.
No, so it's Western
Okay.
based.
Definitely Western then. Okay.
Bethesda, Bungie.
It can be The Sims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask if it's a simulation game?
Is it a simulation game?
No.
Okay.
So it's not Sims.
How many questions are we at right now?
You are on question 12.
Okay.
So not The Sims.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be any racing games because a lot of those are all console specific.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's Ridge Racer,
I
but
got
it's
a
single
question
player,
for.
and those are co-op games technically. All right.
I got a question for you and Fan.
Yeah.
Jan. Were there any popular RTS games that came out?
I
Real
was thinking that
strategy games?
too.
Yeah.
But on console, like, I don't know. I mean, Command and Conquer. But I thought, didn't we ask if it was no? We asked if it was a simulation game. I mean,
Yeah.
real time.
Nah, bro, I picked a good game, bro.
This is man.
David.
Because you have Command and Conquer. Was an RTS, and I believe that was available on console.
I honestly can't remember any real time strategy games that were on console.
Yeah.
Just because
Command,
like
I
the
believe
controller
Command and
isn't
Conquer was on PS2 though. No,
isn't great for
Nintendo 64.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's.
It's only a thought, because I mean,
is it?
I'm not really a big fan of RTS stuff myself, which I could definitely see. I could definitely see myself like not trying to play those games. That's why. Because the one thing that might stick to me is I'm like, okay, I'm pretty. Maybe if I
Maybe
probably
I'll
know
just
about
get
it.
in your head, dog.
Yeah,
Because I'm an excellent social engineer. So
is this a? Is it a platformer, an adventure, or a?
Can we group questions like that? Isn't that like each question?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be like, is
No.
it action adventure
because
or is it a platform?
It's a yes or no question. Because if you say yes, it could be a platformer, adventure, or a thing.
True that.
If you say no, then it's none of the three.
He did that for my Easter game, so
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Is a platformer and a I forgot what the second word was that I said.
You said adventure, didn't you?
Okay, yeah, adventure. Because I'm thinking,
Are you asking?
no, not yet. When did like Conker's Bad Fur Day come out and stuff like that?
Oh, you're talking about the remaster on the Xbox or the
Yeah,
original
because they came out on
N64?
Xbox. Because technically that's multi-platform. Well, I mean, I guess it would be two
Because
separate games technically.
Reloaded did came out on the original Xbox. I don't know what year though.
Yeah, but no, he said multi-platform.
Mm,
It's not console exclusive, so multi-platform.
yeah.
I'm just trying to think like what was a game that was popular at the time that's multi-platform. It's
I
not
feel
co-op
like we're
too. It has to
I
be
feel like
So,
we're
all right.
honestly I
Can
think
I,
we're thinking too hard
so,
on it. I think
so
I
we
don't
know
know.
it's a Western developer. Can I guess the developer?
Yeah.
Wait,
Is it?
before you do that, how many questions do we got left?
You are on 12.
So
You're on question number 12.
what developer were you gonna guess, Fan, before
Midway.
Oh, Midway. Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
but
been a while.
what game did Midway made?
They made a lot. They made like Killer
Oh, you know
Instinct, Mortal
what?
Kombat.
You know
They
what was
made
popular?
Gauntlet, Dark Legacy.
You know what was popular at the time too? Midnight Club.
Oh my god, Midnight Club.
I've heard
Holy
that name in a while.
crap.
Because I'm trying to think like Midnight Club was very popular. I mean
You unlocked that memory.
GTA.
Yeah, and
Right?
they did NFL Blitz. Like they did a lot of games.
Midway, but I don't know. Was
They were big in the
NFL
2000s.
But yeah, the NFL Blitz. So did that come out on the consoles? Or not
Yeah,
consoles? I mean, did that come out on PS2, Xbox, and
yeah. It also came out on arcade like cabinet too.
Yo, David gave y'all a guess, dog.
Oh, crap. I always ignore the chat. What the heck? Fortnite.
It's not Fortnite.
That's not Fortnite.
Jesus Christ.
Fortnite's
We
way-
do this
that's
every
definitely-
we do this
I
every
mean,
podcast. We ignore
The other
chat.
option it could be saying if he's saying David gave us a guess, Unreal Tournament was also big at that time.
But the one that counted as an FPS though.
Did you say?
'Cause
Did
we-
you ask if it was
yeah,
an
yeah,
FPS?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
we
he
asked,
did.
yeah,
I
we
asked
asked
if it was an FPS.
Yeah,
He
he
said
said
no.
it's not FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I think Midway is good because if he says yes, then we've got a lot of like games to choose from, but it knocks out a lot of the other developers.
All right, but every game you name has multiplayer though. Well, you said co-op, not multiplayer, right?
Yeah, I said
He
local. I
said
said local co-op,
co-op.
Oh,
and he
local.
said no.
Like split screen
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah. So it'd have to have online play.
So, but do you consider co-op? Because co-op, it could technically be local multiplayer. For example, like a game like Republic Commando has multiplayer, but that's like split screen against each other. That's not co-op technically. Did you consider co-op like that, like cooperative play, Mike?
Me?
Yeah, like this, is that what you're considering
Yeah.
co-op, or you're considering like
Yeah.
multiplayer in general? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you should ask if it's multiplayer instead.
It's a literal term. He said local co-op. Co-op
Yeah.
means like playing together, not against each other.
Yeah,
So.
so it could be multiplayer in general. Like, all right. How about we ask? Does it have competitive multiplayer?
No.
I wasn't asking. I'll say, how about if we ask?
Oh.
Oh,
No. Well, it doesn't. That's a free one.
Okay.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
Yeah, we're getting a freebie.
So that basically means it's
y'all are struggling anyway, so it's all
but it
good.
doesn't have. So it would have to be a single player game,
yeah.
unless it's something like Mario Party.
Oh man. I'll bang my head against the wall.
All right. How about this? Have we mentioned this game already?
Like on stream?
Yeah, like right now. Like this during 20 questions, have we mentioned this game at all?
Oh no.
Okay. So it's none of the games that we were thinking about, none of the games you were talking about.
Nope.
Like not NFL Blitz or anything like that.
None of the games that y'all mentioned. It is not none of the games.
The problem is we still don't even know we still don't even know the genre yet.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
How many questions we have left?
You're on 13 right now.
All right, so we have 7 questions. The genres. You want me to ask that crazy question? Like, is it puzzle?
Yeah, you might as well. We need to like narrow something down because so far we're still in a broad spectrum.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
know?
trying to think like what was popular at that time. That's multi-platform, right? Because like
Yeah, it was multi-platform. Yeah.
because I asked if this is PC exclusive, so it's not like WoW. It's not
When we say multi-platform, it means release all at the same time on multiple platforms, right? Not that it all came out eventually on multiple platforms, or
I mean, I guess it could be taken either way, right? Like, cause
okay,
but I'm thinking because I'm thinking of games like I'm trying to think multi-platform because it's not games.
Multi-platform means it's on multiple consoles. It doesn't mean it got released on the same time at the
okay,
same time.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
because I'm thinking like Metal Gear Solid 2, right? Later on release in the Xbox, but it's a. Did we clarify? It's PS2 era, right? We did clarify that, right? PS2, Xbox,
Yeah.
and
GameCube.
GameCube. Yeah, what is a multi-platform game that was popular at that time? It's not an FPS, not an RPG.
Well, I mean, it's not. It didn't have to be popular. He says we know this game, we just may not have played it. I'm thinking of a couple that I've heard of, but I've never played.
Like what? Like mention the games so we can brainstorm.
Spy Hunter was one, and that's where I remember it on the old school like NES, where you played the little car that came out of the truck and stuff like that, and you shoot down other cars. But they came out with the modern version, and I never played that one. And then I was thinking of Gauntlet Legacy, but he already knocked out co-op, like local co-op. So that was because I played that a lot on the Xbox, and the GameCube. And then, yeah,
Because the other
they
game
also
that
had that.
was
There was that Mortal Kombat, like that was kind of open world where you fight, but you also run around open world.
yeah.
Was it like?
But he
Monks or
did
something
say
like
it
that?
was like he said it was well known in the beginning.
I don't know if he said he was well known. He said that we would know of it.
Yeah, which to me I would assume that
Yeah.
it's well known.
We will know of it, but not bother to play it or something like
Yeah.
that. It
Might
could be
not have played it.
it could come down to that it's like not our cup of tea type of reason, right?
I mean, because the other things I can think multi-platform. There's the Matrix game, Matrix Revolution, or no, that's a movie. Remember that Matrix game?
Yeah, I remember that one.
I'm just trying to think like what else was multi-platform at that time that we know of it. It's a Western develop. What other games in Midway?
David saying was GTA San
San
Andreas.
Oh crap! Should we ask if
But I
If
thought
it was part of the
mentioned
GTA series.
But when I
no,
said
no,
it,
like
no,
we
but I
asked like a
meant,
developer question.
but I
like,
did
did,
say the GTA games earlier, and I said, did we mention this game? And he said no.
Okay.
Oh, okay. But still, we can still ask if what's the developer's name?
All right, no. How about this? Because I don't want to waste that question. We could say, is it
Rockstar made
Rockstar?
Yeah, Rockstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a Rockstar? Oh, it could be Bully also.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
You know,
Bully's another one. What else did Rockstar? There's also the Red Dead Redemption, the original one. I think it's just called Red Dead. Right? The original Red Dead Redemption was just Red Dead, I think it called Red Dead Revolver, I think.
Red Dead Revolver. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The OG Red Dead Redemption, yeah. I mean, you guys want to ask, is it a Rockstar game?
Sure. I mean, we can knock down like developers.
Yeah. Is it a Rockstar game?
No.
Damn it.
Okay. Yeah, because that would have been like Max Payne and like you said, Midnight Club
Matt
and
yeah,
Red Dead.
That's true, yeah. Man.
And those were
Rockstar used to make games and now they do
Yeah, they
nothing.
did. Then shark cards happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we try and narrow down developers?
That might help out. I'm just trying to think what else.
Developers are genre.
I mean, both would probably help.
Yeah, but which option do you think will be faster for us to narrow down? I feel.
David says the Simpsons hit and run.
Yeah, the Simpsons. That's right. The Simpsons Hit and Run came out.
That was on the GameCube, wasn't it? But I'm sure that was probably.
I think it was also on PS2. Yeah, as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think what else is multi-platform.
I mean,
Who
we've got
who made The Simpsons Hit and Run?
I'm trying to think that
uh,
one. The first thing that comes up is THQ, but I'm pretty sure it's probably not
Yeah,
THQ.
THQ made a lot of games. You might be right.
that I don't remember.
I mean that might be a good guess. Oh, hey,
I
we got
mean, don't call me on that. It's just like, yeah, I know THQ was known for making multiple like
Well,
games for different
Yeah.
different like cartoon
Well,
IPs and stuff. So
man.
do you want to ask if it was a? What would you consider a Simpsons hit and run type game?
Open world, because it was open world.
Like action.
I mean action adventure.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what other game. I mean, we can ask, is it an action adventure game?
or
Or
yeah,
we
that's
could
that
say,
question.
or we could
How
say, is
many
it
questions do I have right now?
based on a license? We were at 13, so we're what, at 14 now? So we have like 6 questions left.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask, is it based on a license?
Yeah.
Yeah. A licensed IP.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right? Is it based on a license?
Like
Like a license,
based off
like a
like a
licensed
TV show or
IP.
something?
Yeah, TV
TV
show,
movie.
No.
like the 7-Up game or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah. Nope.
Okay.
So it's not that, not the Simpsons Hit and Run. Oh man. Oh
You want me to throw you a bone?
nah.
No.
We gotta do this the real way.
I kind of want it, but nah. It's unanimous vote. If
We
they
got
don't
5
want it, don't
more.
give it.
All right, I'm trying to figure out these multi questions to narrow it down. We did ask
You
if it's on handheld, right?
Yeah.
And
You,
How,
you
Yeah.
said no.
how does it work? You got 20 questions and a guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
no, 19 questions and I guess.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because 20 questions.
It's
Your final
20 questions
your final
total.
guess. Yeah. Your
Okay,
final
so
question
you
is
got-
the guess. Yeah.
So you got
Oh, got it.
Yeah, for everybody joining us, we are playing 20 questions. We're not just thinking and just randomly saying stuff. So if you've never seen our podcast, we always end with 20 questions. Yeah.
Oh, you're saying Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Oh.
David.
Who made that though? Was it Activision or
Yeah, but that's based on an IP. Well, no, never mind. You said
No,
movie and TV.
on a
That's based on a
license.
person. Yeah, license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, would you consider that based on a license? Like,
Technically, oh crap, that's a good question.
Technically,
Because
yeah.
Tony Hawk himself, he's just himself.
But he's licensing himself.
I can when you said license, like it would include something like Tony Hawk
Okay.
Yeah.
because it is
It's
based on a license.
on-
It is the
okay.
name. Yeah.
It's based on him.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Technically, he's in the game too, so you gotta.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else. It's not
So that
first
that knocks out like all the sports games like Madden and
Yeah, definitely,
man.
Well,
NHL.
we're not allowed to use those anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we said
I'm just saying
no
like that
sports
knocks
game.
those out. Like
Yeah.
NFL Blitz, like that would have knocked that out because
Well, yeah, it's a sports game too, so
it's a
yeah, we
sports
can't.
game.
Man. What else?
Crap, I'm exhausted.
How many developers? Like, so we've got what? There's Activision, there's EA, Midway Games,
Ubisoft would have been around
Ubisoft.
at that time.
Like, I just know Midway just because like I remember them like in the arcades.
Yeah.
Like
It's-
in
I
growing
think
up
it's not
around that
it's
time.
not Rockstar.
I don't think it can be Naughty Dog because
But they would have been exclusive though. They would have been doing because they were doing
they would have
Jack
only
and
only they were Jack exactly
Jack and Dexter and
Jax
stuff
and
like that.
Dexter and Uncharted and stuff like that.
Yeah, because originally I was thinking like something like Parappa the Rapper, but Sonic Adventure.
Wouldn't Sega be based?
Oh,
Will be like a
Japan.
Japanese studio?
Yeah. Oh man.
It's in the bag.
Trying to think because he says we should know the game.
Yeah, I mean, you should.
Probably will not play it.
It definitely plays an integral part of like the early genre of games.
Early genre of games. But it's not an
And
RPG.
that's the issue. We don't know the genre yet.
Yeah. It's not an RPG, it's not a first person. It's Western developed. I mean, it could be an action adventure game.
Wait, guys, do we ever ask if like the genre is like horror or something like that?
No, but what Western horror games do you know about?
Oh crap, that's a good question. I was thinking Silent Hill, but Konami made that.
No,
It's Japanese.
Konami,
Yeah, I can't think of any
That's
Western
what I said.
horror
Like
games.
at that time, like Japanese games were still like high and above because it can't be
Yeah.
Metal Gear or anything like that. That's what I'm trying to think. Like, what were big Western games like outside of Rockstar? I mean, there's like Medal of Honor, but that's FPS.
Yeah.
What else was popular at the time? I mean, did we ask if it was a racing game?
Yeah, and you said no.
Oh, Guitar Hero. Oh, a music-based game. That
Oh,
would have been
rhythm
popular.
game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they did have DDR on console.
DDR too. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
but Guitar Hero was way more popular.
I know,
if
but they still
anything.
had
No,
it.
at that
Yeah.
age, no, DDR was
No.
like great.
DDR was
like,
way bigger. In the
yeah,
2000s.
at
Really?
that time,
Yeah.
yeah, because like it was
Yeah.
you would go to the arcade and play there, and then you would
Yeah.
buy the mat. Remember, they even did on GameCube. They had the DDR Mario mix and
Oh, I
stuff like
forgot
that.
about that.
You want to ask if it's a rhythm game? Or if it's a real-time strategy, or you
No,
want to
'cause
try and narrow down even more genres?
I mean, the other one he says Def Jam, but like Def Jam would be
Fighting game, right?
yeah, but like, and I don't know, was Def Jam multi-platform?
That's a good question. I think it was.
But like he said, it would be a
yeah.
big part of a genre. I guess we could go with the rhythm game.
We
ask?
still got to narrow down the genre.
Yeah,
That's
go ahead,
the
man.
Is it a rhythm game?
No.
So it's not that. So it's not.
All right.
Yeah, because he said
Mike,
there's something to a genre. Just think
what
that
what genres in the past do we ask like about like what do we ask?
You asked FPS, RPG, and then rhythm game.
Oh no, we never asked you about racing.
No.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, but what would be a racing?
Oh, you asked simulation. So
yeah, racing would be simulation. Unless you're talking about Burnout. I mean, I guess you're
well,
simulating.
there's two different. Burnout isn't a simulation or Need for Speed.
Or
it's
Need
more
for
like
Speed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because those were popular games like Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit. But was that PS1 or PS2? What I'm trying to think. I mean, you don't have to.
I mean, if you just asked if it's a racing game, I actually just thought of a horror game. I wasn't sure if it was
what
Japan or not. Alone in the Dark.
That's Western. That should be Western, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, but that wasn't like because he said it did something to a genre, and Alone in the Dark didn't do anything.
But that's what I'm asking. Like, should we narrow down genres?
Yeah, I mean we should, but I'm just trying to think of games within a genre that sound like appealing.
Welcome everybody. The longest game of video games. 20 questions.
Oh, Prince of Persia. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, this is the longest game. I mean,
Yeah, Prince of Persia. I'm pretty sure Prince of Persia inspired Assassin's Creed.
It did, and that was Ubisoft too.
Do you want to ask if it's an Ubisoft developed game?
We can ask that, or we can ask, is it an action adventure game? I mean, would that narrow it down if we say action adventure?
I'd give you a lot of choices.
Yeah.
But
it's better than nothing.
But Ubisoft would narrow it down to Prince of Persia, maybe for sure. What do you think, Ubisoft or action adventure? Let's do
Action
Ubisoft
adventure.
because I have a thing. Is it a
Yeah,
Ubisoft game?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Because that knocks out like Prince of Persia,
Mm-hmm.
Assassin's Creed. Like they
Assassin's
did.
Creed
I think
definitely
they
wasn't out
did
at
Far
that time.
Cry too, but that's first person shooter. So
But
that's
Far Cry at PS2, no. But there was Rainbow
Yeah.
Six, but that's first person
Yeah.
shooter.
Yeah.
Um,
They did a lot of stuff. So
Yeah. I think we never asked if it was third person shooter.
yeah, but I'm trying to think like what third person shooters were big, like SOCOM, but that was like PS2 only. Like I don't know of any other big time third person shooters. And we said RPG, so it's nothing like Morrowind or anything. Well, I guess Morrowind was PC and Xbox, but it wouldn't be anything like that.
How many questions do we got left?
Got like 2, I think, right? 2 questions
You
and a
got
guess.
3 and a guess.
3 and a guess. Okay.
Oh boy.
0 progress.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah.
Because I'm trying to think of also puzzle games, like could you sit in that time frame, like I don't know of any.
I mean, you might as well start asking.
The thing is, like, I can't think of any. I don't think I can't think of any puzzle games.
Mike earlier did want to offer a hint to us. Do you want to take the hint?
No.
No. Yeah.
Dang, man.
He inspired.
No, because when me and Mike played against, James, we didn't need any hints.
Yeah. Come on, guys, think Splinter Cell. No, but we asked this is an Ubisoft game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yep. That was the last question.
That would be Splinter Cell. Yeah.
So do we want to ask about a developer, because that's going to give us the best figure out what game it is? Because if we keep going with genres, it's not going to.
But before we ask
anywhere.
for the developer, like think of what games that these developers bring, because I don't want to waste a question. Like if we say, for example, is it an EA game? What games did EA do at that time? See, like, and that's hard to think. Like,
so the issue, the thing is that the only EA games I can think of, which they're first person, which knocks them out, will be like Battlefield 1942 and 1943. Which those games, I don't think they haven't revolutionized anything. They're more like niche games when they release. So
yeah.
I mean, unless he's no, that's first person shooter. Hitman, did Hitman come out on PS2?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it came out on PS2. Now the question is, which developer made Hitman? Because I kind of forgot. Because the first guess I have is Square Enix, which knocks out Hitman because Square Enix is a Japanese studio.
You wanna see if it's an action adventure game, because we haven't asked that, right?
No.
Yeah, we haven't asked that.
Okay. Is it an action adventure game?
Yes.
Okay. So we can eliminate
we did
puzzles, everything. So action adventure game.
You got two questions and a guess.
Action adventure. Tomb Raider. There's the Tomb Raider games.
Wasn't that only on PlayStation?
Idols. No, they came out on PC.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Especially the newer ones on PS2.
Yeah, but around the 2000 time frames.
Yeah,
right?
they would have came out on PS2 and Xbox at the same time.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess those games would have been like they had lost popularity at that time. They had turned into garbage. I'm trying to think what else, because there's Tomb Raider. An action adventure game. So what's an action adventure game?
That like influence a lot, according to Mike. So
yeah. And for everybody tuning in once again, we are playing Video Game 20 Questions. We are trying to get this in.
So we're at the 30-minute mark, bro. Y'all are struggling.
Wait. Okay, all right. Let's think a little bit. Okay, so I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog is Western, right?
Yeah. But they would have been exclusive. They didn't do any third-party stuff.
They didn't do cross-platform.
And Crash never got onto the other platforms?
They did, but that was a Naughty Dog. Like later on, that would be Activision.
Okay.
But yeah, at that time frame, like Crash wasn't big.
Hmm.
Action adventure game. Action adventure game. PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast.
Only thing I could think of was like Baldur's Gate, but that was role playing.
As everywhere play, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the quickness.
Max Payne was
Third
there.
person.
Soul Reaver was on multi-platform, and because I was on Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and that one's action adventure. So it's the Blood Omen.
That would have been Idols.
Are you looking it up?
No, I'm just
No.
remembering because I had it on
Oh.
emulator. Because
No, you were like looking at. I'm like, are you
Yeah.
looking at a screen?
I'm like, no,
He's
Right
banned.
now,
No.
Right now, I'm doing the thing.
no, because I remember Soul
doing
Reaver,
the
but
thinker
I don't think that
bro.
one was used either.
Yeah, the second Soul Reaver was available.
Yeah.
And then Blood Omen 2 also. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen 2, that was also available on Xbox as well. What else?
Action adventure.
The struggle is strong with this one.
Two questions.
Yeah. 2 questions and a guess, or 1 question and a guess?
No, 2 questions and a guess.
Man, like, I mean, we could say, because that's Idols. All right, what other games we can think? Because we can do action adventure. I'm trying to think, what else is action adventure at that time?
I'm thinking back. Hold on.
Xbox, GameCube, PS2.
Yeah, those
Action
are that was Rare
adventure.
Game, but that only came out on Nintendo, and then they came out later, so that doesn't work either. Nope, that was Sony. I was thinking Sly Cooper, but that was Sony.
Yeah, Sony. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
all the big
yeah.
games were
Yeah.
exclusive, or they were from the companies we already mentioned, like Ubisoft, Rockstar, at least Western.
Man, I seriously thought it was Gauntlet, but when he said it was co-op, no, I was like, God dang
Mortal
it.
Kombat was Midway, right?
Yeah, that's why I was asking if it was like a Midway game.
They had
'Cause
the Scorpion game or whatever, or was it the ice? Not ice. I was gonna say Ice
Oh,
Cube.
the Sub-Zero. The
Sub-Zero. There we
Sub-Zero.
go.
Yeah,
The Sub-Zero. So we could say,
because I know Mortal Kombat did do a action adventure style game where you ran around, but then you like also fought. Because
I don't-
Tekken did that too. Tekken did. Was it like Tekken 6 or it did the same thing
yeah,
where
they had a
you did
they had a small thing there.
you had an action adventure where you run around, but you also still fought like side scrolling like regular fight too. So that's why I thought it was a Midway game, because like Mortal Kombat did that, where it was action adventure / you could also fight.
Yeah. So let's think. So like the only thing I can think of is some Idols games, but like nothing that were major for. I mean, because he said it was like it. What was the exact words he used? Like revolutionize, right? He said, or
I don't know what I said.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Like,
Well, was there multiple games in the series?
Is that your question?
Or should we ask that?
Okay.
yeah. I mean, we could. I'm trying to think because we have 2 questions and a guess, so we'll have 1 question to guess
Yeah.
after that.
I'm already tapped out, guys.
Go ahead, and we have another question. Yeah, is there multiple games in the series?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, because that could be Mortal Kombat, because they had multiple games in the series.
So you have one question and I guess.
But we can do. I can ask, is this an Idols or Midway game, or we can ask, have we named this game already?
We already asked that question.
We could ask it again.
Name
And we named it again now because we've mentioned Mortal Kombat.
We've mentioned more games since.
Yeah.
That's why he's hinting.
But then you have a guess, so you have to
but
pick
then we
one.
have to make a guess.
Yeah.
So you only have 1 question left. Like,
But it's like, I guess, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
I mean,
I
it's
hate you
not
right
your
now. I
game,
hate you right
but,
now,
like,
Mike.
yeah.
I hate you right now.
All right, so you want to ask, is it a Midway game or is it an IDOS game? There's multiple games.
Yeah.
David said Madagascar.
No, we've already had. He's already knocked out IPs. That's
Yeah,
that's an
exactly.
IP.
Oh, that's a license. Yeah, that's true.
That's a
true.
license.
True. Chat, use your Wikipedia powers and let us know what games came out that were Western developers. They're not FPS games, not RPGs. It's an action adventure game.
Yeah, James, this is what we get for
One
focusing too much on
question.
RPGs and
Come on.
JRPGs.
You're just wasting time. Like,
Yeah, it's inevitable, to be honest with you, bro.
Just ask if it's a Midway game, because I know more Midway games than I do know idols, and if it's not, or if it's an idols, you'll probably know more than me on that one. So
Is it a Midway game?
no,
okay,
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't think it's idols. I mean, here, let's try this. Is it
That's your last question.
I know we're gonna guess the game.
Yeah.
Is it Soul Reaver 2?
Yo, that's fucking crazy, dude.
That's it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bro.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it came out 2001.
Wow. Oh my
It came
god.
out November
Yes.
31st for
How did-
PlayStation 2 and
How'd you
November
come up
20th
with
for
that
Xbox.
conclusion?
Yes.
That was such a lucky guess, dude. And it actually was big for the time, because like
Yeah,
it
it
had like
was.
one of the best stories that came out, and it sold like 500,000 copies in like the first like 6 months, which is
Yeah.
back then was huge.
You
I
want to know
remember playing
what's
the first one on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
But
So you want to know
Yeah.
what was crazy? Me and my brother were talking about this earlier today. My brother had called me to tell me about how my nephew broke the or accidentally he bought like $50 in Robux on his Xbox, and he was talking about Soul Reaver 2. And that's why I was like, you know what? That's got to be it. That's what I said, like
That's-
idols. I was like, it's got to be like idols, you know.
Wow.
So yeah, awesome.
That is crazy.
that was a
you
miracle.
pulled that one out, man.
Yeah. That was all luck.
Yeah, the crowd goes crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like making
Buzzer
a half
beater.
court. That's like making a half court shot, bro. Like,
No, that's like
you know what I mean? Like,
that's full court buzzer beater.
yeah.
He did shoot his shot after all, so
Yeah.
Oh man. Shout out to my brother for bringing that game up. He probably knew this all along. So
It's a great game with a great story.
It
They
is.
They should really remake those, like, or remaster them at least.
I've
Yeah.
only played the first one. I've actually never played the second one.
what was the developer for Soul Reaver?
idols.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
made. It was published by Eidos. It was
Oh,
developed
yeah.
by Crystal Dynamics.
Yes,
Crystal
that's what it is.
Dynamics?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right. Crystal
Okay.
Dynamics. Yeah.
So
Jeez.
there's a bunch. There's Soul Reaver 1, Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, and then
Yep.
Legacy
Yeah.
of Kain, Defiance. Like
Mhm.
Yeah. See, I knew the Legacy of Kain series, and I know they had a crossover game.
they
where you
all
fight-
came out on the
Defiance.
PS2 as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So and
Well,
Xbox era.
Blood Omen 1 came out on PS1, and Soul Reaver
Yeah,
1 came out on PS1. Yeah.
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 And then
That's
Soul
PS2,
Reaver.
You know what's
Defiance,
hilarious?
and the Dreamcast. And the Dreamcast.
and
What's
Dreamcast.
Soul Reaver
hilarious
came out on the
And
Dreamcast
Dreamcast,
first.
yeah.
What's
Well,
really
I could. I was thinking Dreamcast being like in the PS2 era because they came out
Yeah.
around the same time.
Yeah.
I forgot Crystal Dynamics also made all the Tomb Raider games
Yep.
as well. I like how
Yeah.
we kept mentioning Tomb Raider and stuff.
Yeah.
It was quite interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
that was
me
the
too.
longest video game 20
It
questions.
was. But we
And
won.
Make that.
We
Yeah.
won. Yeah.
That,
Barely.
Oh,
that's
man.
that's
Barely won.
crazy.
That-
That was such a shot in the dark.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Since you guessed that one, James, you should host the next one.
No, we'll have
Like
you
you
host.
pulled that one. You pulled that one out.
We're
Like
going in order. We'll
Alright.
have you host. Yeah. Awesome. Appreciate everybody that joined the stream. We actually had a lot of people coming in and out. At the end of our poll, of course, the poll is on YouTube. I don't know how to do polls. Well, I do know how to do polls on Twitch. They just don't work correctly on mobile for whatever reason. But on YouTube, I did ask, are you excited for the new Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi game? And we've got a winner. 62% of people out of 8 votes said yes, where the remaining said 38%, or the remaining 38% said no. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, watch the Budokai Tenkaichi trailer. It looks amazing. Like I said, graphical art style looks like the Dragon Ball Super Brawly. Um, what's it called? Like art style looks awesome. I mean, like Goku turning Super Saiyan Blue looks amazing and everything. So yeah, highly recommend it. Now Mike's gonna make me want to buy Soul Reaver 2 on PC to play on my Steam Deck because it's available on there.
Oh, it's on PC?
Yeah, it's on
It
PC.
it, it
All of them.
it plays really bad though. I went back a few years back and tried to play it.
Uh,
Like it's so like the story's great, but like the gameplay is so like
I mean,
dated.
yeah, but graphically, I remember playing that because I was so excited. I rented it from Blockbuster, and like in the beginning, you're like in a castle, and like there's lightning, and the lighting in there was amazing. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, because it was like one of the early PS2
The
games, and it was
the
like,
characters in that and everything too. Like I
yeah,
think it's like one of I don't know why they didn't like continue with it or like bring it back.
I think Soul Reaver 2 had some negative reception because of how short the game was. Because
The
remember you could beat
gameplay
that
too.
game, yeah. Because that game you could beat like in like 2 hours. Like it was super short. Maybe 2 hours
Yeah.
over exaggeration, but like it was very short. But
It
yeah,
was
they.
because I was reading the Wikipedia page
Mhm.
and everyone like loved the story, but it was like the gameplay that
Yeah,
like did it too. Like
Might just
that wasn't
emulate
like
it
the
then.
best.
so
But Blood Omen 2 and like Legacy of Kingdom Defiance like fixed all
yeah,
that.
Blood Omen 2 was great. Loved it. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
whole thing because like Blood Omen and Blood Omen 2, I think
It's
take
like a
place
really cool
before.
story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take place
Okay.
before Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2, and then
Yeah, because
Defiance is ties up everything.
Blood Omen, you pretty much play as the bad guy from the Soul Reaver series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
You're basically the master vampire.
You're
yeah,
Kane.
you're Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then he creates the other vampires, and then that's
yeah.
where Soul Reaver comes into play.
Yeah.
Well, Soul Reaver, you play as Raziel, and you're
Yeah.
pretty much his second hand, but you started like advancing more than Kane, so he pretty much
Oh.
He
like
tries to kill you. Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
he
He
does.
does kill you.
He
Yeah.
does kill you.
Yeah.
He throws you to the pit.
And then you come back because through your hatred, you stay alive, and then that's what's called Soul Reaver. Your soul's there, and you can go to the soul world and then the
It's
physical
almost
world.
kind of like it's almost kind of like a Souls like in a way, because when you die, you go to the soul world,
Yeah, that's true.
and then you don't really die because you can
You're
keep
already
coming
dead.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can manifest into the physical world, and then when your health depletes, you just go back to the soul world, find another gate, go back to the physical. Yeah, it's
Yeah, Defiance. Because I remember I never played Defiance. It's the only one I didn't play.
neither have I.
Because you do get to play as both.
Yeah. I knew that was the
Raziel
crossover
and
one.
yeah, you get to
You got to
switch
play
back and
both.
forth between because they're both working together to fight the big bad. I forget who it is. I think it's like
I think it was Elder Gods or something.
Yeah, one of the gods,
yeah. So
because that's supposedly who resurrected
Raziel.
Raziel.
Yeah.
Was the elder gods.
Yeah, such a great. They really need like a HD like remake, like or I mean not a remake, a remaster
Yeah.
at least.
Well, Embracer Group owns Eidos now in Crystal Dynamics, so maybe we'll see. Because
There was a scrapped game. I don't know if y'all knew, but like there was like a scrapped one, scrapped like it was like first person,
yeah,
and like but it was like in the same world as the other
Yeah.
games. There's like gameplay you can watch on YouTube and stuff.
I mean, it'll be nice to see that. I know Embracer Group did say they want to look into their older IPs and bring them back. And that I would agree. The Legacy of Kain series, like you could do a remake of every single game with modern controls would be amazing. Because Blood Omen 1 was a top-down like Diablo like.
Yeah, it was like RTS like kind of
Yeah.
deal, or kind of not RTS, but
It was like Diablo 2 how it was like you have that top-down view and everything.
top down view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was great, a great game. Like me and my brother were talking about that. Like every time you suck the blood to the people, he was like Bane Victus or whatever he said, and he like suck the blood there, and like he just has his hand out, and the blood is just like coming to his mouth automatically, which was crazy.
they're so badass, man.
Yeah, the games were great. Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Like I highly recommend it. That's a good choice of a game. Good choice of a game.
Yeah, I didn't think I would get it, bro. Like it was such a like. Like we've never even talked about the series on the podcast, like in all in all the episodes or anything. But
that's funny. That was the only thing because I was thinking it's like Eidos. I was like, because you said it was big, and I was like, it can't be Tomb Raider because Tomb Raider was trash at the time. Like the only thing I could think of was Soul Reaver 2. Because
You
I
could have said
remember
Blood Omen too, though, because it was
that's
still on
true. But
PS2.
Soul Reaver
Like,
was always more popular than Blood Omen because everybody
yeah,
knows Raziel. They love his backstory and everything. So that's
yeah.
why
I honestly I loved Blood Omen 2 more than Soul Reaver 2.
I agree with you. I loved it too.
Like I think it played better than Soul
Oh,
Reaver 2.
I 100% agree. It's
That
just
that would
I
be
always
that would
thought
be dope.
Raziel was just cooler. You know, he
Oh, he
has
is cooler for
the
sure.
thing there, and then
The
like he takes
scarf,
off.
Well,
Yeah,
like
he takes off the
yeah,
scarf, and he has no what do you call it, like no chin or anything.
no
he
jaw,
has no
yeah,
jaw. He has no
Yeah,
lower jaw.
or yeah,
yeah.
no jaw. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's because that's why he uses it to hide, and then he opens it. It's just the souls go inside him and stuff like that. So yeah,
And what you think is his scarf is actually like his what you think is a cape. It's actually just like the skin of his wings.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, because it's just there. Oh man, it's such a good game, and the Soul Reaver itself, like you find out what it is.
Can you
It's
imagine if they make like a remake of it, how well it could be like fleshed out, like
it should
especially like
be.
Blood Omen 2, because Blood Omen 2 takes place in like a medieval city, and you
Yeah.
just go around and like you can make that like open world, you know what I
Yep.
mean, like sucking blood and stuff. That'd be so dope.
Yep.
Like
Because I remember Blood Omen 2. Yeah, because there's a lot of sneaking elements in it
yeah,
in there
because you
and Blood
hide in
Omen
the
2.
fog, you like
Yeah.
blend in the fog and stuff, dude,
Yep.
and then you can suck blood from like far away,
Yeah.
like
It's
yeah,
a real vampire game. Like
yeah,
they did it right. Man, you're bringing back memories of those games. Like
yeah, right, dude. I loved that game
yeah.
as like a kid, dude.
Yeah, and it's funny because I always liked Kane because you play him as part one because he's not really a bad guy until Soul Reaver. Because in
Yeah.
Blood Omen he's still the good guy. He's still not a bad guy at that time. There was a turning point where he became the bad guy. Because
I think after he became powerful, pretty much, it's like
yeah, well
power
in
corrupted him. Like,
yeah, because in I'm trying to think in Blood Omen 1, there's a reason why he's trying to. I think they tried to kill him, or they killed somebody. I think in Blood Omen 1, and that's why he's out on revenge too to kill like
well,
everybody.
well,
And
didn't they actually kill him? And didn't he like wasn't he? Didn't he come back as like a
I
vampire or
think
something?
that's what it was then. Yeah,
Yeah,
you were right with that. Yeah, so they actually killed him. He came back. He wanted revenge. So because the whole point is you're trying to fight the Knights Templar guy or whatever, like the main head who kills
yeah.
you, and you go through and you kill like his underlings to try to find where he's at. And at the end, you fight him, and he has like all these magic moves and stuff. Like I remember that he was a pain, uh, to beat. But yeah,
He
and
pretty much has the same story as Raziel, except like he just turns into like
turns bad.
the bad
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, that's true.
I think that was intentional though.
Yeah, to see. Yeah, because I could have sworn like Defiance had bad reviews because of the way they handle the Kane and Raziel teaming up. Like I don't remember because I remember reading about it, and I think that's why I skipped on it because they said it wasn't as good. But I could be wrong.
On the Wikipedia it says that it would Legacy of Kain Defiance it fixes the gameplay, but it doesn't say anything else.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I could have sworn that like Game Informer or something gave it a yeah, it had to be Game Informer because that's all I was reading. They gave it a bad review, and I think that's why I skipped it. Who knows? But yeah, I guess it's the end of the podcast. 2 hours this time. we were there for a while, and we actually won that. So, Van will be hosting video
We played
game.
2 games, so that's why.
Oh, that's true. We did do 2 games. Yeah. Well, I mean, this took what over 30 minutes to complete.
Yeah,
So,
it did.
because we would have hit on time if we got it faster. But yeah, we'll be back to test everybody's knowledge next time.
Should we put a time limit?
A time limit on what? There. Well, I mean, the time limit's around an hour and 30 minutes, but we went overboard.
Yeah.
20
Honest-
questions in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, so, yeah, we're at 2.5 hours right now.
Yeah,
Almost.
so-
It's 10:19. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're going to end this. Appreciate everybody for joining. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Twitch, follow us, and vice versa. If you're not following us on Twitch already, go ahead and follow us over there. If you're not subscribed to us on YouTube already, go ahead and subscribe to us there. Like I said, I apologize. I won't be having a video up tomorrow, but I will try to get these videos out. Thursday and Friday. We'll have 2 videos. We'll have Mike's March video, game list video, and then I should have a video coming up sometime because I'm almost done with the B-roll and capturing all that footage there. And yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday for our group stream for my solo stream. Sorry, long night. I'm here out of it. But yeah, Appreciate everybody for joining us. Ash, where can I catch you at?
You can catch me at the random encounter.
Fan, where can I catch you at?
Here on Twitch, Phaneckswhy. Yeah.
Mike, where can I catch you at?
Right here, where I am the greatest adversary for video game 20 questions.
And I guess I'm that lone hero who gets it in the
Yeah.
end.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I pulled out the
so close to having you.
I just did a spare bomb. I just asked everybody to give me their
Yeah.
energy.
I've
And
got a
as-
game, but I don't think I'm gonna choose it because I don't think anyone else has played it but me, to be honest.
Hey,
You'll be
don't say
surprised.
that.
You'll be surprised. Just choose it and we'll see.
All
But
right,
yeah,
you guys
as
are not
always,
like it.
thank you everyone. You can always catch me here. Don't forget, watch our YouTube videos. Every view, every comment, all that stuff helps us out a lot. Huge shout out to everybody that's commented on our videos. We've had a lot of people showing up to our videos and commenting on it. We really do appreciate you guys. Me and Mike are reading the comments, forwarding it back and forth between each other. We do thank you guys so much. My name is James from the Random Encounter, and we will see you guys on the next episode.